Yes.
Good job. You had 2 to spare.
Hey, you know what I did? And by the way, good call by you setting the over-under.
Yeah, and you just needed some boundaries, and then you...
I did. You gave me...
you colored inside the lines.
Honestly, you gave me a very good yet very broad hint. Very good yet very broad hint. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Hey, it's Wednesday. We're going to hear from...
Already?
I know.
Wow.
We're going to hear from Scott Freshour a little later on. He likes to pump up the jam at the arena.
Yep.
He's going to pump up the jam as he does every Wednesday on the program.
He does a really good job of that, by the way. I mean, we always say that, but he does in good times and in bad.
You know, I agree. And it's funny. I've thought about this before, right? Is there a shelf life on that? And let me explain what I mean. Like, does Scott at some point, because he's in his prime,
yeah,
but at some point do you get too old? And I'm not talking about anytime soon. I'm talking about, like, let me give you an example. Like, Gary Gerald does he's the best at what he does. And I'm sure that Gary Gerald once upon a time, I don't know that he's not going to be as excitable as Scott, but he could have pumped up the crowd. I don't know if that's G-Man's thing now. And what I wonder is, like, when Fresh is 60, 50, 70, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then I go back and I watch, the other week I watched some old, celebrating the anniversaries and stuff, the old news reports on Channel 3 and 10 and stuff of, like, the first game in Sacramento. And Crazy George was there. And Crazy George, who's a legend, I think, still with us?
I can tell you last year, Sac State played San Jose State, and I'm looking down there and I go, is that Crazy George? I think I took a picture and sent it to you. I'm like,
you did.
He's still...
Yes.
So as of a year ago football season,
Yes.
he was still with us, so I hope he still is.
And he can't be a young man.
I don't believe so.
But he's
Benjamin Button.
He's hammering that drum.
Yeah.
Like he did when he was 20.
And I think he's still crazy.
Yeah, but crazy with a K.
Yeah.
According to Wikipedia, he's 81.
Crazy George?
He has his own Wikipedia page, too.
Does it? Does it have his real, I was just going to say, does it have his
Williams.
real first name?
His government name?
Yeah, his government name?
It does.
What is it?
George. It's another common name.
Okay.
Slightly less common than Pacey, but still very common.
I don't think Pacey's very common, but Williams is.
Yeah, Pacey's last name.
Yeah.
What letter? Is that too
Yeah,
long?
Starts with an H.
Harrison?
Humphreys.
George Harrison. Harris.
Not there yet.
Holmes?
How about a famous Bay Area athlete?
Fontana.
Heiss.
Hurry.
Henseco. Aguirre.
Plunkett. Hallen.
Hallis. No.
Jesus,
That's
come
Chicago.
on. How about the most famous Bay Area last name that starts with an H?
Hans? Oh, that starts with an H.
Most
This
famous
is, oh man,
Bay
Kyle.
Area sports?
Bay Area sports athlete, the most famous.
Crazy George Henderson. Correct?
You are correct.
Yeah. Dude, come on. Those are tough. Like,
No, I'm mad at myself.
but
I know.
the thing
Kyle
is,
did well.
He
That's
did,
on us.
But it's 6:06. We have to give ourselves some grace.
And you guys were up until 1 a.m. yesterday with
Yeah.
that Kings game.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Also, this is his Wikipedia. George Henderson, known as Crazy George, is an American professional cheerleader who has been credited by some as the inventor of the wave.
I thought the wave was a Dodger invention.
That's high five.
High five. Isn't Dusty involved?
Dusty and Mike
Burke.
Mike Davis? Why? It was Dusty and somebody. Who?
Glenn Burke?
I think it was Glenn Burke.
Yeah.
Ellis Burke? Magic Johnson once suggested he invented the high five at Michigan State. Glenn Burke and Dusty Baker.
Okay.
Man, this is a great story. You should just, anyone, if you have time, just Google the Crazy George Wikipedia page. It's great.
I wonder why we've never had Crazy George on the show. That'd be kind of a fun thing. Especially
In studio.
Yeah.
Began cheerleading in 1968 while attending San Jose State as a member of the judo team.
Whoa. I did not know about judo.
I'm thinking now about I don't know why I'm stuck on the invention of the high five. Like, don't you think odds are, I'm just saying, odds are, like, some Roman senators high-fived or something. Like, I feel like that wasn't invented then. Like, somebody did a high five. Like, back in the day. And I'm not talking about just, like, you happen to touch hands with somebody, but, like, I could see, like, Caesar and Brutus.
I think they leaned in powdered wigs. Just
tangled up the wig with each other. Imagine that. Imagine being, I mean, like, you know, how we kind of helped invent the Sabonis chant, right? That's going to be in our obituaries. That's going to be the first line of our obituaries, probably, is all that. Well, imagine being the high five inventor.
Imagine being the wave inventor and your name is Crazy George.
You know, hello to everybody. That's a good point. Hello to everybody on the chat. Hello to everybody at the text line at 916-339-1140. I want to showcase Trent.
Trent's back.
Trent will often, you know, I like Trent. Trent will often be Trent, I would say, falls in the more contrarian category of our chatters, which is perfectly fine. Echo chambers are stupid. We don't like that. But there are all, you know, like there's some people that, like, somebody might say something like, Santa Claus is mean. And you're just like, wait, what? Who even says that? Like, sometimes, and I'm kind of obsessed with people like this because I wonder if, like, Chris Verlot. Okay. I know Chris has fun in poking at me, and that's our relationship, and it's fun, usually. But sometimes I legitimately wonder if Chris believes what he says, or if Chris is just, like, how people approach a conversation or some sort of project. Like, I do feel like there are some people whose brains are literally wired to, like, if you were to say, I'm going to cross the street today, their brains immediately go to, what does that mean? Does he have an alternate meaning? Is that bad? I should have criticized that, and then come back with, oh wow, so you're going to cross the street. Well, that's how does that feel to somebody who has no legs? I don't know. Something so random. And you're like, what? I said I was going to cross the street, dude. So with a guy like Trent, I sometimes I go, do you believe this? What you're saying? And I'll give you an example. And again, art is subjective, and what you might think looks great, I might think looks horrible, but it's just because it's Trent and he does this. I did not expect to see anything like this today, and we're going to play it later. NBC Kings intro was so bad, and then he says, they said how bad they are, Lou, which I think is 2. How could anybody possibly think that NBC intro wasn't amazing? Have you seen it?
I have not.
I got chills, man.
Did you?
Oh, I got absolute chills. It was so freaking cool. And is that daily audio, buddy? When you say that, you can say that on the air, by the way. Kyle whispered in my ear that the audio is in the folder. You can say that on there. Does Alan make you say that kind of stuff in his ear? Tell him to loosen up if he does.
I do it on the air a lot of the time.
I like, too, that since it was already in your ear, that he whispered it.
That's because he was talking.
That's a real thing, and I've called people out for it before. I've called myself out for it. Like, are you ever on the phone with somebody? Like, if I'm on the phone with you and you're like, hey, I was sleeping. I gotta get out of here. And then me on the other end of the phone, I'm like, okay, dude. Let me know when you're out. It's like, why am I whispering? I'm not there, but we do it.
Yeah.
We conform.
We match.
The kind of muscle memory of why I do it is I've filled in with probably like 37 different hosts over the years. And so many times I'll be doing the talk in your ear thing and they'll just stop talking and listen to what I'm saying. I'm like, no, keep going. You're on the air.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you something softly.
That's That's an interesting experience. I think a lot of people don't realize that we do. But you have to the ability to be able to turn that part of your brain off and actually be able to continue to talk.
Right.
While somebody's in your ear.
While being talked to.
Being talked to and just not miss it. And it does really become second nature.
Yeah, it's a skill.
Also, when you're trying to search for something, I'll play the Kyle version that he loaded up. I was honestly hoping that I could find, because I saw somebody post it, but I don't follow that person. Is it on NBA?
How about we just look up NBA on
There
NBC
you go.
and they posted it.
All right, NBA on NBC, NBA on NBC and Peacock. It says, by the way. Jason, I want you to see it because there's visuals. Here we go. You might recognize, Jason, the voice. I don't know. See if you can name the voice on the intro.
The Sacramento Kings can trace their franchise origins
Crazy George
to 1923, further than any other NBA team. They won the NBA title as the Rochester Royals in 1951.
By the way, this just makes me nervous. I don't see any levels. Is this going out on the air and on YouTube so then I was hearing me breathe heavily? Okay.
But in Sacramento, they're the Kings without any crowns and have not won a playoff series in over 2 decades. Their lone appearance inside of that was in 2023. The same year the Denver Nuggets finally won their first championship, led by Nikola Jokic.
Oh, what a beautiful find! Come on now. I mean, just incredible.
Now a 3-time MVP, the Joker is averaging a triple-double and leads the league in assists.
That is impressive.
When these teams met just over a week ago, Denver came out on top despite a season-high 26 points from former Nugget and the NBA all-time triple-double leader, Russell Westbrook.
Not up to me. They don't want me, that's okay.
Did anyone else?
Somebody else do.
One team's castaway, perhaps another's catalyst. It's the Nuggets and the Kings, the NBA on NBC.
Wait for it.
This is the NBA on NBC.
It's the only part I don't like. He should be introing him here. It drives me nuts. Wait,
Tonight, the
there.
Denver Nuggets visit the Sacramento Kings. It's Coast to Coast Tuesday, presented by...
It's presented by Kia.
no sponsors.
Oh, you did that. Okay.
Yes, I cut it off so that they wouldn't say the sponsor.
Good company, man. It totally wasn't Kia. That's the only part, and that does actually drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know why they wait too long to have him come in. The graphics are just naked up there when you could just, it doesn't pace right to me. By the way, have we found out, is he still with us or is that AI?
I'd heard, I don't know, I'd heard someone say that was AI, but I don't know if that's accurate or not.
I heard the same thing, and you're right. I don't know if that's accurate or not. How could you not like that intro? I got the chills. Also, and understandably so, by the way, I'm certainly not poking holes in balloons or nothing here because I want to see how old are we here. Oh, God, older than my dad. Okay, Marv's 84. Mm-hmm. Marv's voice has definitely gotten older.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Marv Albert's older than Crazy George?
How old is, 81 you said? 84. Marvin Phillip Alfrestig. This is his real name. Where the hell did the Albert come from? Why doesn't he just go by Marv Phillips?
Why isn't he Pacey?
Thank you. Marv Phillips. I think Marv Phillips
That would have
work.
worked.
That would absolutely work.
Legendary career.
I mean, Marv Albert is good, though.
Well, it's because
Marv was, let's say he was booked to come on at 5 o'clock. I don't even remember the time. But Marv called in collect.
you know what's so funny?
Now, do you remember this?
You and I literally, you told me this story for the very first time within the last 2 months.
Okay.
And no, it's a great story.
And
Please continue.
so Marv calls the studio, and it's, if anybody, and a lot of people probably out there have, but a lot of people haven't ever received a collect call. But I think it was actually a real person, not even automated, because I think there was a time it switched to automated. But they said, will you accept a collect call? And then there's a pause, and it says, from Marv Albert. And I went, yes, thinking it was the greatest thing ever. But I'm saying it to the lady. He doesn't, you don't hear that on the other end. I'm like, that was brilliant.
No, it really was.
And I did it for her and me.
Do you think he heard it though?
You never do, right? If you remember if I called you collect and then it's just you accept it and then now we're connected.
Right.
But I thought that was so good. And it just went nowhere. But I didn't, in my mind, I'm like, oh, when am I ever going to have a chance? Do you accept a collect call from Marv Albert? Yes. And it counts. I should have added all of that. And she was probably you're connected.
What if you had done that and he did hear it?
And he says, I am no longer coming on the show.
He's like, I'm not coming
Tell
on the show.
Grant, thank you, but this guy's got to go.
Because if that was Michael Buffer, he'd charge you $50,000.
Yeah.
People don't realize, kids today, that back in the day, collect calls were a very real thing. We actually used to sometimes have to communicate through collect calls and try to buck the system.
Operator, I'd like to make a collect call, please. First name Bob, last name is We Otta Baby Eats a Boy.
Hello?
Collect call for Mr. Bob. We Otta Baby Eats a Boy.
Sorry, wrong number.
Who's that, dear?
Bob, they had a baby. It's a boy.
Oh.
Oh.
That's a great joke.
That's a hell of a commercial, dude. Calling cards, man, that used to be a thing.
Payphones.
Oh, God. You really think about, sometimes I wonder, between my dad's time and my time, was the advancements anywhere even close to than our time and now? Like going from calling cards and alphanumeric or non-alphanumeric pagers and all and writing directions down on a piece of paper, all the stuff that we did back then.
Atlas or road map. My dad had that in his car forever. Thomas Guide.
Thomas Guide, thank you. And then I know in Minnesota we had what's called a Hudson map. Same thing.
Same idea.
Rand McNally.
Yeah, sometimes you'd go to the gas station. They just give you maps.
Yes.
And you're like, all right, I'll figure out how to get there.
Going to a payphone, and if you were lucky, it had a closure, but usually it didn't. And then you grab the chain-hanging yellow pages that was 500 pounds while you're trying to look through, or paying, I think, 25 cents.
That might have been a bit much.
For a 411.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, to get information. They say information. You say, yeah, I need to find, can you give me the phone number to Jason Ross?
Oh, I don't know if I ever did that.
You never called information?
I mean, maybe. That's not sounding familiar, though.
Interesting.
I mean, is that how you would use it for?
Yeah.
To get someone's number?
Yeah, like if you needed if you didn't have a phone book or whatever handy and you needed a number, whether it's to a person, maybe like Jason Ross in Carmichael. Yeah, because I'm showing listings for multiple of Jason Rosses. Yeah. Okay, well, can you give me the ad? That was back when you look somebody up 9 times out of 10.
And they tell you their
address.
Yeah.
Which,
Well, and you and I lived in that time, not as, prominent, I guess, then. But, I think about what you said the other day where Avery's FaceTiming you on campus. She just would be at call. If this was 30 years ago, she'd just be at college and call you when she calls you from the landline in her dorm.
Right, and collect.
Right.
And
she should, because put it on your bill.
We'd be mailing her down calling cards. Mm-hmm. Is probably actually how it would work.
But even years before that, it's I guess they're okay. Everybody's okay.
No clue.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a letter today from her.
Yeah.
And then
send them a care package.
Right.
She'll get it in about 2 weeks.
These are concepts people under 40 probably have no concept of. Or when she'd call, it would be after 6 p.m. or on Sunday.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a predetermined time to make sure you were at home to hear the phone.
Right.
And then you'd have to talk quickly because long distance cost money.
And then I'm thinking, Dave, it might be 2 weeks ago, we're watching football Sunday afternoon, not the morning games, afternoon. My wife's looking at something. Hey, what do you think of these pillowcases? I'm like, oh, they're fine. About 8 o'clock.
Right.
Who's that?
Yeah, it's the pillowcases.
Amazon. Right. I'm like,
Telegram.
Didn't you order that 4 minutes ago? I mean, it was probably like 3 hours before. I'm like, it's here?
Yeah. Yep.
What is happening?
No, because you'd have to drive down there, make it happen, drive back, deal with it. And then, I mean, also.
What a time to be alive.
You drive down there. It's like a 45-minute drive to the store that you saw in West Sacramento that had the pillowcases you wanted. Then you get down there and you in person, as opposed to the black and white photo. They kind of suck, but you're like, we drove all the way down here.
Yeah, might as well get something.
Might as well get them. Now you're just like, no, I'll return.
If I don't like it, I'll send it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if this still works.
Is it popcorn?
It's popcorn. Let's see.
Kyle, do you know what popcorn is?
Not really. I mean, I've heard people.
Oh, they killed popcorn. You know what popcorn is? Yeah.
I mean, I've heard people say it, but I don't know what it did.
Popcorn was 767-2676, which spells popcorn on your phone. Although it was mostly unknown that it was just the prefix that would take you to popcorn. You could dial 767 and any 4 numbers afterwards, and it would take you to the same thing.
I didn't know
that. Little tip and trick for you.
And you could go back in time.
And you would call and say, hello, the time is 6:24 and 50 seconds. Week. Hello, the time is 6:25. Exactly. Week. That's all it did.
Every 10 seconds, yeah.
When I was a kid, 100% convinced it was a lady doing it live. I just call and that
was her job.
Whole time. She's just sitting there and people plug into her voice and she's just sitting there all day and they'd have like shifts. Yeah, it was.
Wasn't?
I think I read the story of popcorn once in some rabbit hole I was in. And I think I read that it was originally one person that did it, but like they recorded it and then they just looped it. And then, yeah.
Computers.
You would call popcorn.
I like that call.
It's a very good call.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would get the time. That's how you found out the time.
Because nobody knows what time it is.
Nobody knows what time it is. Like when's a good time to get a truck? When's a good time to get a vehicle? Nobody knows. That's not true. All you got to do is talk to Chad Hoblet at Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Driving a fall sales event going on right now when it comes time to get in the right truck. Look, options are importante. So at Hoblet this month, you got 2 options that will save you thousands. The kids call that heck of money. Right now, save up to $9,000 off MSRP on the brand new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cab, or you can save thousands on finance charges with 0% interest for 60 months. Hold on. 0% interest for 60 months. How do you even make money? I don't even know. Nobody knows. At Hoblet, they're always looking for ways to save you money, plus Northern California's best selection of Ram trucks with hundreds of new Rams available. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period. We'll take a break. Kings Nuggets. We got the audio for you next.
Tonight, Kings and Hawks.
Tip off at 7. Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Is Sactown Sports 1140.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, how did you know? Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're gonna leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game, offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
The fans should definitely be type of way, especially when we don't go out there and compete. That's all they really want. From what I've seen, the times I've been here, if we just go out and fight, play hard, whether we win, lose, or draw, the fans still gonna, support us. But if we go out, don't show no effort, give up open threes, open layups, of course the fans gonna boo. So yeah, we just gotta play harder for the fans. I feel like because they deserve it more than us. I feel because they've been going through so much this year, last year, just being a Kings fan actually. So I feel like we got to turn it around, not only for us, for the fans too.
Malik Monk, what did this song meld into?
I think was that from the pregame yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the song though.
No, that was in the cut. I think that Kyle played something else. So I see. Because I was like, wait, we used that in the pregame.
That's not Ed Money.
Yeah.
So I love Malik Monk, and I love how honest he is. But like, I don't want to like go crazy, and we just talked about taking things out of context and dissecting things and blah blah blah. But like one thing he said, he's like, we that really stuck with me is we have to play harder for the fans. Mm-hmm. And then the implication there is like, well, hold on a second, wait a minute, you're not playing. It's lack of effort,
right?
Because I'm convinced, and I think you're convinced. It's not like the players are lollygagging around just being lame. The players, I feel like, look, you're going to have lapses, but I'm not looking out there at the team and thinking he's not hustling, he's rolling his eyes. These guys, that's not what comes to my mind. What comes to my mind is it's a misshapen roster.
Yeah, I think there's, over the years of doing this for so long, too, I think if the Kings, well, because that's the team we talk about all the time, were to lose and lose significantly by 20 points or more.
Sure.
More times than not, kind of the crutch is effort.
Yeah.
Whether it's a player might just say, well, the player said it. And like, well, they lost by 20. I mean, there's execution.
Right.
There's poor play. Sometimes it's effort, sometimes, but I think by and large, especially this group, I don't know that I would put that label on them, but yeah, kind of what you said. Some of the deficiencies they just have already.
Yes.
In maybe abilities defensively and roster construction.
Right.
But I think it's kind of just a code word sometimes. We got to play harder, or effort's got to be better when you lose. And I don't know. It's not always that.
No, it's not. I like Malik. Like, dude, your problem is not that you don't play hard.
Yeah.
Like, Malik does not lollygag. Malik. But it's like I appreciate the sentiment. I'm not going after Malik. Like, I totally appreciate what he's saying. I just want to hug him and be like, bro, you're not, dude, you guys, you're there. Like, you're hustling. Like, you're, that's not what it is.
Inside a game, you lose by 30. There might be a ball that was loose and someone dove for it, where everyone go, wow, great hustle.
Right.
Yeah. They lost by 30.
Yeah. Right.
I mean,
it doesn't.
The play was great hustle.
I don't know.
The game was not a good performance.
Not too many games where I'm like, they've only hustled.
Yeah.
This year, at least. Started out well. Domantas Sabonis looked great early. My goodness.
Joker back to a twisting Johnson. The reverse, no good. Rebounds Sabonis. Kings push 5-4 at the moment. Sabonis right down the lane. Euros to the right. Puts it on the window and scores. And the Kings have a 4-2 advantage.
Yeah, it was nice.
Stop the game.
Yeah, that's it. It's over. That's how it ended.
I've seen enough.
Nice early advantage for the Kings, by the way. But then Denver went on a 9-0 run, I believe, and took control of the first quarter for a second.
There's Gordon now with a spin move. Steps back, goes glass, scores it, and it's 9 unanswered points for Denver, leading to a Doug Christie called timeout. And the balance of the Denver Nuggets on display: 4 points for Jokic, 4 points for Brown, 3 points for Murray, and 2 each for Johnson and Gordon.
What I enjoy, Jason, is as we'll hear, Nikola Jokic scores 11th and 12th points of the first quarter to give Denver an 8-point lead. Look, I saw that happen. I went, okay, well, here we go. 8-point lead. Uh-oh.
The Joker working against Eubanks. Joker takes him into the lane, the soft floater, and the friendly bounce. Henry, it's just always amazed me how soft his touch is, and the ball just dies on the rim and inevitably falls in.
And yes, it does, G-Man. As soon as he comes down and gets in that purple paint, it's money.
Russ Westbrook gets in, though. Kings in the second quarter refuse to go away. As a matter of fact, they take the lead.
Joker left his feet like he was going to throw up a desperation 3. Dropped it, got a reset. Now they go inside. Strother may have been partly blocked. His shot no good. Westbrook looks off one defender, goes behind the back. No look. Pass goes to DeRozan, and he scores. Coming hard on the left side. Kings back on top, 49-47.
Game goes on, even in the third quarter. Late in the third quarter. I mean, this is a ball game. Keon Ellis.
Rebounded by Malik Monk, ahead to Westbrook. Russell on the left side of the floor. Moves toward the corner. Lobs out on top to Keon Ellis. He'll tee up the 3. He scores the triple. Keon Ellis, first bucket of the night. Makes it a 3-point game at 83-80.
Unfortunately, though, the fourth quarter happened, and Denver took quick control. Here's Jamal Murray as part of a 9-0 run.
91-84, Denver leading by 7. Here's Murray, open for 3, right wing. Nothing but net. It's the biggest lead of the contest. Denver on top by 10. They've scored the last 9 straight.
Yeah, it got a little bit worse. Here's Dennis Schroeder with the turnover.
Schroeder fakes the 3 in the left corner. One dribble, pass deflected. Brown goes after it, gets it, drives to the rack, scores. This one's gotten away from the Kings. That's what championship teams do. And a couple of years ago, it was the Denver Nuggets who enjoyed a championship under then head coach Michael Malone. They have broken this open now to the tune of 101-86.
122-108, the final.
Yeah, I think the game where the game was lost for the Kings, I think, was the first part of the fourth quarter. They did a good job of hanging around. I remember we were in the break, Dave, of the third quarter to the fourth and said, okay, Joker played the entire third. He's coming out he'll be sitting on the bench to start the fourth. Kings were down 3. I think it was DeRozan scored the first basket. So it's like, okay, it's 1. Here we go. And then I think it was 10 straight, and maybe all 10 by Murray or 8 of the 10 by Murray. And to gain ground in the Joker-less minutes. And I think it got to 17, and I was pretty certain Joker wasn't going to come back. Kings made a little push, And so Adelman called the timeout to get him back in, and then he closed it. But I thought that's where there was a window, because I'm thinking, okay, he's going to come back in the fourth, and the Kings probably need to be up about 6 to 10 points. And instead they were down double figures. And to me, that's where the game kind of was lost. Now, throughout it, I thought they played pretty well. There was some good stuff. There's some stuff to be critical of, certainly, too. But, that's where I think they lost the game.
And there's a lot of things that we could poke holes at, or in, if you will. And I don't like picking on, first off, it's not just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's many things.
Right.
Secondly, I don't know how much of a difference this makes. And thirdly, everybody has slumps. Dennis Schroeder's unplayable. He's unplayable right now, and I understand wanting to stick with a veteran and not wanting to just pull the rug out. It's an 82-game season. And I also understand that, he does some things that you just don't see, though, that don't show up in the box score. That does happen sometimes, and that I don't hear that and automatically go, that's a BS excuse. That's a real thing. Keon Ellis is a great example of that. He's not doing things that don't show up in the box score. He's not playing plus defense. Jason, his last 3 games, and by the way, he wasn't tearing it up before that. He's played 74 minutes. He's 1 of 19 from the field. He's 1 of 19 from the field in his last 3 games. 0 of 8 from beyond the arc. Last night's line, wow. Oh, by the way, he had 5 points over his last 3 games. Last night's line, 21 minutes, 0 of 3, 0 of 1 from beyond the arc. No rebounds, 3 assists, no blocks, no steals, 3 turnovers. He's not he said it the other day, he's not comfortable. And I'll use Doug's words, not against him, but as we talked about the other day, I'll use Doug's words. He said one of the reasons why they hadn't been starting Russ Westbrook is that he wanted him to go, the idea of him going against the second unit.
Correct.
Well, and he said last night, I'm pausing here because
he was asked.
Yeah, here we go. He was asked about it. That's why it sounded weird. I was looking for the clip. Here we go. Here's Doug on it.
I mean, we're considering everything, man. This is about us playing at a high level, 24 minutes.
Sorry, I want to give the context. The question was basically, are you considering starting Russ Westbrook at any point? And that's where I'll let Doug pick it up. Oh.
I mean, we're considering everything, man. This is about us playing at a high level, 24 minutes tonight, probably, maybe 30. It's not enough. We need a 48-minute effort to win in this league, especially against a team like that. That's a team that is a championship-level team. You can't play for small stretches. Better, but ain't nobody checking for participation trophies. We got to go get it done, period.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate the honesty there.
Yeah. The only thing I would say, I don't even know if it's that different than what you're saying. I mean, I think I wouldn't not play him because I don't want to lose a player's confidence. But, yeah, I would. I mean, we've talked about it. I would switch it. He could still play the bench. That's been his role primarily in his career.
Yes.
As a bench player.
That's right.
And the one thing that I would say surprised me the most about Schroeder that I had the most wrong, he had a terrific summer. And I thought he was going to be the player that would at least come in the most ready. Like, he actually may start really fast because, look, he was great. He was Eurobasket MVP. He's played a ton of basketball. He's going to be great. He has not been great.
He hasn't, and it does make you wonder now because I think your thoughts are absolutely logical. But now you have to wonder.
Was it too much basketball?
He's 33 years old. He played 75 games last year. He played a full summer of Eurobasket. Are we just seeing a guy in Dennis Schroeder that honestly, no joke, dude, maybe needs to go to an island for a month and just recoup? We'll take a break. Kyle, I love you. Do me a favor. I do agree with some of the people in the chat. No polls, okay? We don't do YouTube polls because then it always shows up and you have to hit dismiss or close or whatever the hell. Today's poll, though, I will plug it though, and I appreciate the effort there, Kyle, was who's going to win tonight and by how much?
Kings or Hawks?
Yeah, Kings 1-9, Kings 10 plus, or vice versa. We'll get to that a little bit later too. I want to remind you, by the way, UC Davis head coach Tim Plow coming off a win is going to join us next. Always fun to talk to him. At 7:28, guys, of course, we're going to play Doug Christie's audio pregame, where I guess we could call that a rant, a statement, whatever you may call it. He was very passionate. No surprise there. Katie will join us at 9 a.m. as well. We'll get her reaction to what Coach Close said on Monday about her from UCLA, and a lot more, including 4-down territory and Kings Rewind. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. UC Davis head coach Tim Plow next.
Tonight, Kings and Hawks.
Tip off at 7. Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Is Sactown Sports 1140.
Get Black Friday savings during the Happy Honda Days excitement going on now at Stockton Honda, Northern California's best Honda dealer. You'll score big with low payments, top trade-in value, and a huge selection of new Hondas. Don't wait. The clock is ticking at StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Based on the results of the study recognized on June 18, 2025, USA Today's list of California's top car dealers 2025.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home with a 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy Home Pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace, and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
All you gotta do is put a drink.
Eric Church is back and bringing his unforgettable live show to Sacramento. Eric Church, Free the Machine Tour. With special guest, Charles Wesley Godwin. Golden One Center, November 13th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. His new album, Evangeline vs. the Machine, is out now. One epic night of music that you won't want to miss. Eric Church, Free the Machine Tour. Live at Golden One Center, November 13th. Get tickets now. For more, visit ericchurch.com. Produced by Messina Touring Group.
This 49ers Red Zone Report is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Shotgun snap. Jones under pressure, throws to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, 49ers! Jawad Jennings makes the grab in the end zone. Jones takes the snap, under pressure, time running out. He runs left side, he throws, complete, wide open, and into the end zone for the score. Touchdown, 49ers! Mac Jones diagnosing his options. Look right, then look left, and then finds Luke Farrell for the touchdown.
Ready, set, win big. When the 49ers win, you score. With 49% off any large pizza, only at Mountain Mike's Pizza. Celebrate every game day with your favorites from our legendary crispy, curly pepperoni, bold sauced up wings, garlic butter drenched sides, and gooey sweet desserts, all hot, fresh, and built for a Niners victory. Download the Mountain Mike's app, join Mountain Rewards, and turn every Niners win into a pizza party. Let's go Niners! Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, president of Leaf Filter, gets a lot of interesting calls to his office when folks are ready to tackle their gutters. He's also got a special Black Friday offer.
Hey everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh.
Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/trust to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/trust. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/trust. See representative for warranty details.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Welcome back. Let's get right to it. UC Davis head football coach Tim Plow. Last week, win, lose, whatever, we're gonna have a conversation. This week, like butter. I know it's never that easy, but big bounce back win for our dear friends over at UC Davis. And of course, I want to remind you can always hear all of their games right here with Scotty the Body Marsh on the call, right here on Sactown Sports. Coach, good morning.
Guys, how we doing?
Doing great.
Doing awesome. How are you?
Oh, awesome, man. Getting still grinding away and seeing if we can figure out a way to get another win this week.
Yeah, I was talking to Jason about that yesterday. Now it's the time where we go through, polls and all that. And I said, look, back in the day, I used to root for Sac State over UC Davis all the time because I'm a Sacramento kid in the Causeway Classic. I said, but we've grown so close with Coach Plow. I said, I don't know what to do this year. And then just looking at everything, I went, okay, well, you got Montana State this weekend. Let's not look too far ahead. That's kind of a big game on the road, but nice to get a win over. You split the state of Idaho. Nice to get a win. Were they the Vandals, right?
They are,
Idaho
good job.
Vandals.
Yeah.
And now, boy, you got your work cut out for you on ESPN2 this weekend.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, first off, personally, for me as a head coach, I think that's the 24th game I've been a head coach, and that game this past weekend was the most rewarding win for me. I just was really, I was just so proud of the team. We had a embarrassing, difficult loss at home, kind of shocked our system. And you just never know how the team's going to respond. You're hoping you're saying the right things. You're hoping that the environment and the culture, can help your team respond. And, we just played with so much love for each other, so much joy. You could tell our coaches kept talking about it was the most fun game they've ever coached. And, for us to go up there after that loss and play the way we did and win the game on the road, I just thought was a really, really cool moment for the program. But personally for me, just to see our guys respond, that's life, man. The best part of life is how you respond when things don't go right. And that was really cool. So I was really proud of the team, proud of the staff, and that win gives you a chance now where this game means something, and now you got to go up there and try to shock the world.
Coach, hearing you say that, how rewarding that victory was for you and the staff and the players. Coaches will often say, well, you kind of learn more in losses. It sounds like that might have been a case here. The loss to Idaho State, you wanted to see the response. You thought it would happen. But then it did happen, and the way you guys played, is that one of the cases where you felt like your group learned a lot from the loss at home?
No doubt. I mean, I always tell the team we either win or we learn. That's kind of my thing, and hopefully you can do both. I mean, that's kind of the hope, is that you're winning and you're learning at the same time. But I always try to tell them, detach from the results, man. We're either going to win games or learn games, and I thought we did learn a lot about us and kind of the mistakes that we can't make, especially the razor's edge that we're at right now with the roster and the injuries. And but man, we only took 58 guys to the game. You're allowed to take as many as you want. We only had 58 guys that were healthy enough to go into a football game, and so for us to show up like that and play as well as we did, I just was really, really touched by the Aggie pride and just the belief those guys had in each other. It was a very, very cool moment.
You know, speaking of very, very cool moments, Coach, last week you had said what a lot of coaches say after a loss. You know, I've got to do better. It stops with me. And we said, you know, you weren't making tackles or missing tackles or, you know, throwing a pick or fumbling or whatever. So, you know, what did you do wrong? And no disrespect, you always give us straight answers, but, you know, I honestly expected a general answer, a philosophical answer, and you proceeded to basically lay out like 20 things specifically that you felt you did wrong, to the point where our audience, and in fact, someone, she texted in and said, could you tell me where to hear that? I want to play that for my kids. That's all about accountability. When you look at last week to this week, and I know obviously the team corrected things, but are you able to give yourself personal credit and your staff personal credit for acknowledging, hey, we maybe didn't get this right, but we fixed those mistakes within the week?
Yeah, I think the main thing that the lesson that was important for me to learn is just the messaging to the team. We really focused on, man, we got to enjoy every moment here. And it sounds funny to say to you guys because, you know, I tell you guys every week, it's like, hey, let's find joy this week. And that is the center, like the center of our pyramid is find joy every day. And I felt like our biggest mistake I made as a leader is, you know, we were really focused on kind of, you know, only football and only scheme stuff. And our guys felt maybe stressed, felt anxiety, and didn't play free. You know, we always talk about playing free. And so we kind of came in on Monday when we met as a team and I just told them, hey, I just want you guys to take today like it's the best day of your life until tomorrow, right? And like, let's find joy back together and just play together, love each other. And if we can do that and stay focused on the things that we got to do to, you know, play better, tackle better, be more physical, be a smarter football team, be better in the red zone, things like that, you know, it'll lead to that. And so I just felt like, man, our team played with so much joy. Every single time they took the field, we threw an interception late in the game in the red zone, and our defense was leaping and cheering as they ran on the field together, like they were so excited to go back on the field. I remember thinking, man, that's what it should be. Our guys should just be joyful about playing. And I think we lost that for whatever reason. And hopefully, you know, it's a lesson I'll never forget. And every week we just got to enjoy every single day. And hopefully that leads to our best football.
Well, Coach, this week, maybe with the exception of Washington, the team you're playing, Montana State, they're as good as it gets. That's a tough place to play up in Bozeman. But you do get national exposure. That's always fun. It'll be a late night Saturday night. What's your thoughts on this matchup with the Bobcats?
These guys are good. They are beating the living daylights out of everybody. So right now they seem pretty insurmountable. They just kind of beat everybody by 60 points every week. But I think the great thing is, man, we get to go up to Bozeman on national television, ESPN2. Unless you have YouTube TV, you should be able to watch us. We'll be ready to go. And, you know, it'll be one of those great environments like last year. Went up to Montana. It'll be sold out. It'll be super loud. And man, if you want to win conferences, you know, our goal every year is let's win the conference and let's beat our two rivals. And we still have a chance to do, you know, both of our goals that we've set out to do. So, man, I think the exposure for our program, getting those gold UC Davis helmets on national television. We started the year on national television. End of the year, we're on national television. And I think that's just a great sign of where the program is heading. And you know what? We got nothing to lose. Let's go and play our best football. I believe that we are good enough, even with all of the things we've faced this year. I just think we've overcome so much adversity. Our team is so together that if we play our best football, I believe we can do anything. And I also believe if we play not good football, we can lose to anybody. So I just think for us, it's focusing on how well we can play. I told them that yesterday. Like, I really don't care about how good the team is that we play or how bad the team is that we play. I just care about how well we play. And I hope that our guys can go up there and play together But, man, these guys are number one in the conference in defense, number one in the conference in offense, and number one in the conference in special teams. So they're pretty good, guys.
Well, look, you never want to end on a serious note, but let's end on a serious note, Coach. It was 136 years ago, 4 days ago, that Montana was officially named a state. And there was a number of cities in Montana that competed for the right to be the state capital, including Bozeman. Helena ends up being the state capital, but as a consolation, the state legislature agreed to put the state's land-grant college in Bozeman. So Gallatin County donated 160 acres of farmland and some money, including a $1,500 donation, which was huge in the 1800s, from a rancher and businessman named Nelson Story Jr. This land and the money Nelson gave was used to establish Montana State. Fast forward a few years, in 2008, Story was inducted posthumously into the Montana Cowboy Hall of Fame as a founding legacy member. There were two people up for that position, Nelson Story and my dad. And Nelson Story was inducted. My dad was not. That was 17 years ago. I just saw him last night with my mom, came over for my son's 17th birthday dinner. He still hasn't gotten over it, Coach. So, look, I know you don't need extra motivation, but for an 83-year-old man, he's a sweet guy. He's a good dad. He's a great grandfather. Maybe just a little bit of get back this weekend for us, if you could.
Boy, that was one of the longer, detailed stories we've had.
Yeah.
I mean, just I really, boy, you did your research, and I just think every week I just appreciate the added motivation that you supply this team. Yeah. We need it.
Yeah.
We are going to defend your father's honor.
Thank you.
And man, we're going to take our swings. And I'll just tell you guys this, man.
Yeah.
The Ags are going to play well on Saturday.
Yep. That's all we ask. Go kick some ass, Seabass. Appreciate you, and we will talk to you next week. Have a safe trip, Coach.
Boys, let's find some joy this week. I'll see you on ESPN2.
You got it,
Thank
brother.
you, Coach.
Unless we have YouTube TV.
Yeah.
We'll take a break, although I do think the ESPN app itself.
There you go.
I think.
Okay.
We'll take a break. When we come back, top of the hour, 3 for Madness. Nick Kurtz won a nice award. New All-Star game format was announced yesterday, and talk a little bit about the Detroit Pistons right after this.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your local sports leader in the 916.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sactown Sports 1140.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credits plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
The holidays can be a time of increased stress for those struggling with opioid or stimulant addiction. They can also be a time for pause, reflection, opportunity, and new beginnings. This holiday season, choose treatment and recovery. Embrace the company of family and friends and create special moments. Find a proven opioid or stimulant addiction treatment provider near you at choosechangeca.org.
Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, tell me what's going on for the big Black Friday sales event.
Well, they say you got to finish strong, so that's what we're doing at Hoblet. Right now, you can save up to $14,500 off MSRP on all remaining new 2025 Ram heavy duties.
I want to make sure you meant to say all heavy duties.
That's what I said. $14,500 off MSRP on all remaining new 2025 Ram heavy duties, with some starting as low as $48,995. It's savings like this that make Hoblet one of the top Ram dealers in America. Plus, with over 400 new heavy-duty Rams available, your new Ram is waiting at HobletDodge.com.
Don't miss your chance to search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$14,500 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 2500 Laramie and Rebels after $4,500 factory rebates and $10,000 dealer discounts. 5 of this net savings, $48,995 net price on 2025 Ram 2500 Tradesmans. Rebates include $2,000 select inventory cash, $500 on the job upfit for eligible upfit. VIN number 525142. See dealer for details.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Around here, Maverick is more than a name. It's who we are. My dad climbed power poles for a living, and he taught me to keep homes running when it gets cold. This November, donate 5 canned foods to our holiday food drive and choose a furnace tune-up or an electrical safety check. We'll collect your cans at the appointment and keep your heat comfy and your lights steady. So the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com. Limited November appointments. Some restrictions may apply.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Yeah. That's the 25 year and over club you're in.
I don't know what you mean.
I'm not there yet.
Where?
In your executive washroom.
Where's that?
The one that you use on the side.
You don't use that one?
No.
Why?
I do if this one's locked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use either one.
Oh, I thought that was like your exclusive because it's a smaller, more intimate bathroom.
Yeah, it's really, if you think about it, it's the same as that because that one's only a one person. There's never 2 in there. Hello.
This is too much info at 7 a.m. Usually I save all this for the 6 a.m. When just our dear friends are listening. But I just realized something. Oh, God. My wife is not going to be happy with me today. I received a phone call, and I had to exit the downstairs bathroom early. And you're very careful about any external noises you might make, like flushing.
You can hit mute.
I could have. Yeah. That's a fair point.
You did not.
I panicked, and I just realized I forgot to go back and
Well, help you. External noise was at least washing your hands.
That's fine. Washing hands is great, no problem. But that was
the flush is too much.
Yeah. So either my wife, hopefully my son, because he's done that enough to me.
Just blame it on the dog.
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
They're progressing.
I have seen videos where dogs know how to flush toilets.
Yeah. Based on the fact that your dogs utilize your floors.
By the way, as we get into this, I thought you'd enjoy this. You know, it doesn't fall. My parents know me so well. So yesterday we had my son's 17th because my mom's been in the hospital a while. We haven't been able to get my sisters up. So anyways, it was a delayed birthday dinner for my son. But also 3 months after my birthday, I didn't want to open up the present for my parents until my mom could be there. So there's been this giant box that's been downstairs, just kind of in the corner waiting for when they come over for dinner. It's been there so long that when I moved it, I realized we couldn't see it because I guess he's sneaky like that. But apparently Gus apparently thought it was a fire hydrant because the wrapping paper in the back corner where we couldn't see was discolored. So, and Gus needs to drink more water, by the way. Anyways, Jason, you're going to be so happy because this isn't just a present for me. I like to call this a present for all of us. This is something I didn't have. And as my father said, it's getting more and more difficult to get things for you that you don't already have. But I didn't have this, baby. It is a vertical rotisserie oven, which I can use for anything from chicken to the one I will use it for, shawarma, gyros, anything like that. You just throw it in there. It's got a kebab attachment, and it just rotates. So for shawarma or for al pastor, which is the pork with the pineapple on top, I'm thinking right here, rotating tower of al pastor, and we just eat tacos for 4 hours. Maybe instead of biscuits and gravy, that's what we do for the listeners.
Another kitchen appliance. I love it.
Another kitchen appliance. Yeah. I'm going to put it right next to my slicer, which I can use for I'm just going to open up a restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm going to open up a restaurant. So thanks, Mom and Dad. Appreciate it.
Very nice.
Love you. No thanks to Gus who peed on it. 3 for Madness.
Question one. Nick
Kurtz
won the AL Rookie of the Year, and along with fellow rookie Jacob Wilson, form a nice young core for the Sacramento Athletics that are not in Sacramento but are. Are you bullish or bearish on them next season?
Which one's which?
Bullish is bearish is it's so tough with John Fisher. Look, let's just preface this answer by saying I'm going to pretend for a second that the A's resemble a regular Major League Baseball team, okay? That we don't have to constantly worry about, fishering, anyone fishering around. I'm bullish.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely bullish. What a great young core on offense they have. I'd love to see them add some pitching. That minor league system is pretty damn good. And they're really, really good at developing players. This is far from the first time we've seen this. They've got 2 Rookie of the Year candidates, one who won. They've got a nice core surrounding them of hitters and speedsters and tremendous defensive players. I am bullish. Maybe not World Series bullish, but I'm bullish that this – I don't think it's crazy to think the A's could flirt with and perhaps exceed 500 next year.
Oh, for sure. I would say, for sure. Of the choices, I'm definitely bullish. And I think not only those two, Nick Kurtz, Jacob Wilson, Shea Langoliers, Soderstrom, and they've got a good lineup. And then, we've got to remember the Mason Miller trade. What was DeVries is like the third-ranked prospect in all of baseball.
Yes.
So I don't know if he's next year ready, but if he is, I mean, are you going to go back-to-back? Like, does Jacob Wilson move positions? Does DeVries go to second? Like, there's some choices here, and clearly they do have to address pitching, but even along inside the year, some of those young pitchers actually pitch pretty well and look like they could be future pieces to this team. So, I mean, I would rather be in that spot. Like, a lot of times we do so many things. I know we're going to have another question coming up about the Kings, but like, if the Kings were in this position, where they didn't win as many games as, other teams in the American or in baseball, but they had the Rookie of the Year, they had the runner-up, you have some nice prospects, I think we'd all be really excited. So same principle, we should be excited about what the A's are.
I completely agree. And I will say this, Leo DeVries is making his rise up, no pun intended. DeVries. If we see him next year, I would be not only shocked, but also...
Why too early? Or is it that?
No. He in October, so September,
month.
he turns 20 in October. Yeah. If that dude,
let's go.
It's rare. We've seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it. Andrew Jones, Ken Griffey Jr. There have been a number of players, not a ton.
What are we waiting for?
You know what?
Let's
Screw it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly? Dude was born in 2006. I have underwear older than 2006. I'll bet you.
I know.
I'll bet you. Question 2.
I don't know.
Question 2.
There's a new NBA All-Star Game format announced yesterday. Do you think it will work?
I don't know because I don't think I understand it. Let's all try to. I started to read it yesterday, and then I went, you know what? I'm going to stop. Dave, stop yourself. Let's all go through this on the air together. I think this would be a fun exercise. So I will say my favorite thing was watching, I think it was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Was it Jalen Brunson? I don't know. It was two guys that were commenting on it on the NBC, and they both had the same, all-white background, and they were talking about how excited they are. I'm like, are they paying you for this? Like, really? Are you going to play an interview from somebody who's like, I don't get it. I don't really care. I just want to go to Cancun. Anyways, it was kind of goofy. So it will be the U.S. against the world. And
so 12 on 12.
Here's how you formulate the team. It will be a 3-team format featuring 8-man rosters, 2 of which will be made up of American players, and a third of international selections. But there's some changes as to how the players will be selected. 5 starters and 7 reserves will be selected from each conference, so a total of 12. With a combination of fans, media, and players voting for the starters, coaches picking the reserve. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't change. No more positional requirements.
Finally.
So you could have 12 point guards.
That.
Doesn't matter. I'm with you. Hey, I'm with you. Yeah. In the past, you've had to add 2 backcourt, 3 front court. Blah, blah, blah. No. Okay. So what happens if those 24 players don't evenly break down into 16 American and 8 international players? Right. The solution is that if the player pool doesn't reflect the 16-8 split, the commissioner will name extra players to the roster to get to the minimum 16 or the minimum 8 international players. So if there are 14 Americans and 10 internationals, Silver would name 2 more Americans to get to the 16-player minimum. And if it was an 18-6 split, he would name 2 international players to get to the 8-player minimum. There will be 4 12-minute quarters as part of the game, but the quarters will be in a far different manner. The first 3 quarters will be made up of round-robin play featuring the 3 teams, allowing each of them to play twice.
Wait, what?
The first 3 quarters will be made up of round-robin play featuring the 3 teams, allowing each of them to play twice.
Yeah.
Wait, so are they doing 3-on-3 or 5-on-5?
5-on-5.
5-on-5.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's good to start with.
The fourth quarter of the game will then be the game featuring the 2 best teams after the round-robin action. If all 3 teams have 1-1 records, the 2 with the best point differentials will advance to the championship game. Okay, I do not. Okay, what does that mean?
Can I explain it?
Yes, please.
As best I can from hearing it.
Okay.
I'm going to go USA 1, USA 2, international team.
Yes,
right?
yes.
First quarter, just making this up, USA 1 versus USA 2.
Okay.
Second quarter, USA 1 versus international. Third quarter, USA 2 versus international. They've all played twice. Whichever team has the highest score, I'm guessing teams will play in the fourth quarter. That's my guess.
It sounds like they're saying each quarter is
its own game.
Yes. So
it could be USA versus USA. Could be international versus USA in the fourth quarter.
Nobody knows.
But because they play twice, if everyone goes 1-1, then
I think it's total score. It would be my guess.
Yeah, it is. It's
point differential.
Point differential.
Yeah. So if USA 1 beats international 40-26, well, that's good. They're up 14. If they I don't know. They'll figure it out.
But each team is also going to be sitting for a quarter.
1 quarter.
1 quarter.
Yeah.
And then
someone might play 2 in a row. Yeah, someone will play 2 in a row.
Okay.
Okay. Here's where I'm confused now, because I just pulled up the John Hollinger efficiency rating stats just to kind of guess who the All-Stars are going to be. The top 5 players are all international.
Yeah.
So how are we going to get to 16 and 8 if there's like a 12-12 split between international and America?
Then the problem is you'd get to the 16 Americans, you'd have a 12 international team.
So Jokic, Antetokounmpo, Doncic, Wembanyama, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, those are probably your locks.
Yeah, let's say that's it.
Absolute locks.
That was 5?
Yeah, I wonder if this also is going to help Sabonis make the All-Star team.
Don't know.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
I guess as a replacement, maybe?
Well, if you're getting to 8?
Then you'd have, maybe Joel Embiid if the Sixers are still hot.
Siakam, Sengun, Jamal Murray. Oh,
Yeah,
he's from
he's
Canada.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Franz Wagner, Markkanen, Anunoby, Gobert, Andrew Wiggins, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Karl Anthony Towns can go either way.
I wonder if what if you turn this, I mean, you can make it even more fun. Just make it the Americas versus the world. So we get North, South, and Central America, which would be Canada, U.S., Mexico, and South America. And then the rest of the world. Because then we can get all the Canadians, like Shea.
I think they're trying to nibble off the Olympics here.
Yeah, I think
Which is, whatever. Again, I compliment the NBA for trying. I pretty much am going to guess that people will complain about the All-Star game after it ends without it even happening yet. I think last year they took some elements that were good. The problem with the All-Star game last year to me was it took way too long in between. Like they were talking to people, doing interviews, saying goodbye to the TNT crew, which they're actually back. But it was like, just go. And the players are standing around. I get it. You're playing quarters. It was fine. It was different. Let's just move on.
Then if you keep going down the list to some of the fringe guys, you've got Josh Giddey, who's right now probably an all-star. That's international. Denny Advia is probably an all-star. That's international. This is going to be funky.
And those are partly legacy building things. So I'm glad they took the position part away because like in the past when De'Aaron was here, I'm like, he's an all-star. He's caught it. There's too many guards.
Right.
And so now if you said, there could be 8 guards in the West, all right, well, De'Aaron would make it.
Easily.
When he was a King, so we'll see.
Question 3.
Question 3.
The Detroit Pistons sit atop the Eastern Conference standings at 7-2. Are they the blueprint for the Sacramento Kings?
I think they're a blueprint, and I also bring them up because of Scott Perry's connections. I think when we're looking at the next steps for the Kings, I think it's important now we got to do our homework and our research and look at Perry. It's not going to be the same, of course. Everything's different. Environments are different. Salaries are different. Trades are different. But I think Detroit and the Knicks are probably the two and for obvious reasons, his connections to Detroit and experience there, but also he was the guy for 6 seasons in New York that turned over that entire roster. And we'll get to that. There's so much to bite off of that cookie of his time in New York, which is generally considered the groundwork for Leon Rose and the rest of his crew to come in and really build the team with a lot of the assets that Scott Perry laid out, including signing Jalen Brunson from the Mavs, trading Kristaps Porzingis, and missteps like drafting Kevin Knox early.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all great. But when you look at Detroit, who's sitting atop the Eastern Conference, we talked about that yesterday, excuse me. They made the postseason in 2018-19. They went 20-46, 20-52, 23-59, 17-65, and then just 2 years ago they were 11-68. They were at or near the bottom of a ton. That is and I hope it doesn't take. That is a 5-year rebuild. In part, they were helped, if you can call it that, by the continual injuries of Cade Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
That is very much, like when David Robinson got hurt that 1 year, and that allowed them to also grab Tim Duncan. I have a very wary eye, Jason. let's look at this again in June.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very wary eye on the Eastern Conference standings and specifically the Indiana Pacers, because this also you're talking about a team that was literal minutes away from being an NBA champion last year. And as it stands right now,
are they 1-10, 1-9?
They're horrible, Jason. They are 1-10. They're in a 3-way tie with the Nets and the Wizards. And it just seems like the way it shakes out a lot of times is that you've got your superstar injured, your year is screwed, and then next thing you know, they just grabbed the number 1, number 2 pick, whoever, to add it in, and they're right back at it on a great timeline.
Yeah. And what's weird is like their first 6 games, remember they had the double overtime loss to the Thunder. Like they had some awesome games at the beginning. I'm like, oh, this is a good team. They're just so close. And then now they're just racking up losses.
When you look at the Pistons draft history, Ron Holland is playing for the. We don't know yet, but hasn't been killing it. Cam Spencer, Alsar Thompson, Jaden Ivey, remember that one instead of Keegan. Cade Cunningham. There's really not a ton there, if you will. I mean, obviously, Cade Cunningham. Yeah, no doubt about
Thompson.
it. And Alsar Thompson's been a great piece. But when you look overall, I think Detroit's an interesting example of a team that really, when you consider the level of picks they've had, I don't know that they've drafted incredibly well when you're talking about value to execution. But I bring that up to say they're 9-2. It doesn't seem fluky because they were very competitive last year. And when you look, Jason, just their starting line, this 9-2 Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham, Duncan Robinson, Alsar Thompson, Tobias Harris, Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren's a great player.
Mm-hmm.
Alsar Thompson's a great defensive fit. Cade Cunningham's a superstar. The rest of the team,
that's more the look of OKC, right? Where the fit is
exactly
good players.
Exactly right.
But the fit they've nailed the fit.
They took a salary cast off from the Sixers and Tobias Harris, and have made him a player. Beef Stew, Isaiah Stewart is definitely
a fit.
And can throw a fit,
yeah.
But he fits. And by the way, once again, shockingly, the Detroit Pistons fit the mold of the city's reputation.
Right.
Blue collar, defense, hard scrabble, that whole thing. I think they're one of those. I think Detroit and Portland are going to be the ones that we look to the most through this whole thing. We'll take a break. When we come back, Doug Christie had some things to say before the game even started yesterday. Dare I say maybe the most entertaining part of the whole evening. We'll play his audio, and we'll try to get into what we think he meant, what he said, and just overall thoughts on that next.
The Kings play here, baby!
Tonight, Kings and Hawks. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner.
Starts at 5:30 with tip-off at 7. Listen to your Sacramento Kings.
On the official home of Kings basketball, Sactown Sports 1140.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy Home Pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace, and up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our cars receive a mobile oil oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home of the 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Gotta do is put a drink. Eric Church is back and bringing his unforgettable live show to Sacramento. Eric Church Free the Machine Tour with special guest Charles Wesley Godwin. Golden One Center, November 13th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. His new album, Evangeline vs. the Machine, is out now. One epic night of music that you won't want to miss. Eric Church Free the Machine Tour. Live at Golden One Center, November 13th. Get tickets now. For more, visit ericchurch.com. Produced by Messina Touring Group.
Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
David, are you here? Can you hear me?
I don't think he can hear us. And he's not here. He's here now. He's here. Everybody's here. He's here.
Right here.
It's right here.
Right here.
Nobody's right here.
Scott Marsh says hello.
He did?
Yeah.
He said to you to tell me hello.
No.
No.
I
Got him.
No. I was just trying to, I talked to him.
You saw Scott.
Yeah, and I don't want you to feel offended.
I'm not offended.
They didn't say hello. Doug Christie did yesterday before the game.
Yeah.
Said hello to a lot of people.
Picked a heck of a time not to go to Doug's pregame press conference.
What is that movie line? Sure picked a heck. Oh,
Stop
airplane.
Sniffing glue,
yeah,
yeah.
stop sniffing glue. Here we go. Here's Doug Christie. Many of you have heard this. Some of you have not. Here is Douglas Dale Christie, head coach of the Sacramento Kings. Pre-game.
Good evening. Good evening. Some of you guys, I think everybody in here knows me. If you don't, my name is Douglas Dale Christie. I'm head coach of the Sacramento Kings. Okay? Change is hard, y'all. It's hard. But understand, and we understand, that we're not there yet. But we about to work at it like crazy. We totally get that. And it'll be bumpy. It will. Because change is like that. But buckle up. For the real ones, buckle up. And for all the rest of you, you know who you are. You know how I feel about that. We, and I say we as an organization, make no mistake, we're aligned in what we're doing. We are aligned in what we're doing. I said this before, you heard me. I'm going to say it again. We're going to play to a standard. That's what we're going to do. Tough, competitive, disciplined, professional, team-oriented, and accountable. That's what we're going to play to. So when you look out there, everybody in this organization is held to that. Now, as an identity, that's defend, rebound, and share the damn basketball. That's what we're going to do every single time we hit the floor. So the pain of Kings fans, there's nobody that sat in this seat with the exception of two people, Rick Adelman and probably Jerry Reynolds, that understand the pain of Kings fans. So know that as I sit here, who experienced that pain with those men, we gonna get it right. We gonna work every damn day to get it right. So when I see the hate, the haters, the fakers, all you guys, you keep that energy. That's good. You keep that, and you know who you are. Because while you doing that, we gonna be working. And while you doing that, we gonna be growing. And while you do that, eventually, we gonna be coming. The King Show. Sac proud. Know that.
Doug Christie.
Yeah, no questions, just walked off.
A lot to unpack.
A ton.
Let me start with what that wasn't, because you see things. Everybody's going to have their own interpretations, but you see things. Here's what I can promise you that wasn't. By the way, full disclosure, I haven't talked to Doug. Have you talked to Doug?
No,
okay.
Not since then.
We haven't talked to Doug. No contact, no text. Haven't talked to anybody around Doug. None of this is like, inside information. That was not a shot at the fans. And I think some people, and I get it, are taking it like that when, fakers and the haters and the this and that and whatever, and him saying Kings fans. No, dude, the last thing he would ever do is take a shot at the fans. It's not a shot at the fans. He was saying, I understand. I'm not like, let's just take Michael Malone, one of my favorite coaches of all time. But whatever you want to say about Michael Malone, and I'll say a ton of great things, and I know you will too, there's no even comparison between the understanding Doug Christie has when it comes to the pain of Kings fans and what Michael Malone has. Like, he understands more now, but Doug went through it as a player. Doug's gone through it around the organization. He mentioned Jerry and Rick Adelman. He's 100% right. Doug's a lifer with this club damn near, and he gets it 100%. And he's saying, like, you guys are here, and you're loyal, and you're awesome, and we're going to bust our ass for you guys. And for those of you haters and you fakers, and again, I'm paraphrasing. Also, I got a couple of people that are like, "Ooh, you think that's at you?" Or like, because we talked a lot about a rebuild yesterday. Look, a couple of things here. And again, I haven't talked to Doug, but here's a couple of things. Number one, and this is just, I'm just going to speak for myself. If Doug had an issue with anything I said, well, first off, he could have an issue, but Doug had a real issue. Doug would call me, and Doug would have zero problems laying into me. I mean, we've not done that before, but I know Doug well enough, and we all go back. He would have no problems holding back and doing number one. Number two, just look at what we talked about yesterday doesn't fit what he said. Like, we've always been incredibly protective of Doug. We've always said, Doug's a rookie coach with a mismatched roster. And we've always said we hope Doug does incredibly well. We've always been very, very protective of Doug and very, very respectful of Doug and what he's trying to do. I would imagine Doug's probably not a big, Doug's a loyal dude. He probably isn't like, I don't think it's music to his ears, whether it's you or me or anybody in the media that he even loves and respects, criticizing his team, because you get protective. And I think what Doug's doing there, I think a lot of it's just the Nash. I think it's just because he was asked afterwards, hey, were you talking about it? He said, no, I'm not talking about anybody specifically. It's just the media, the outside noise. I think it was him basically going, guys, like, you make fun of us all you want, but here's an update. Here's a State of the Union. Like, we're going to work 10 times as hard. We're going to have fire. We're going to have passion. Now, those are just words. And I acknowledge that, too. It's worse. And then you go out and get beat by the Nuggets. They played a pretty damn good 3 quarters of basketball, not 4. And I have no doubt, number one, Doug is passionate. Doug is honest. Doug bleeds purple. Doug means what he says. All the talk we did yesterday about, and that we will in the foreseeable future, about rebuilds, and that's the business of basketball. And we said repeatedly, Jason, don't confuse the business with basketball going on over here with Doug Christie and the players over here. Doug wants to win every game. He's not going to buy into this rebuild crap. He's not going to buy into this team sucks. This is the team he has. He's going to bust his ass to make it look good. And these players, you hope, and I think so far so good, they want to win. Doesn't matter if they do or they don't. That's Doug's job, and I think that's the basics of what he was saying.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things here too. I mean, I agree with you. I think Doug is so passionate, so competitive, so driven for this team to win, to be successful. And when we say, Doug may not have gotten any other job in the NBA but this one, but what I will say about Doug is if they named any other coach here, they all would want to win.
That's right.
But no one would want it more.
Nope.
And when I say it that way, it's not for Doug per se, and it's not for his 2002 team, because I still know, working with him and being, knowing him, he wants that redemption for the fans.
Mm-hmm.
And what they missed out on in 2002, there'd be some redemption for that squad, but it's not that squad. It would be for this group, but it's really for this fan base that has been so dedicated to this team. The other takeaway I took from it was, if you just go into the words of it, he made it a point of emphasis to say that we are aligned in what we are doing. And then he quoted basically Scott Perry's 6 mantras. And I think if you pair that with kind of the stuff we discussed yesterday on kind of the state of the team and really where we've been saying it, why it got aggregated into a bigger thing yesterday, I don't know. We've been saying this for a while, but whatever. I think there's something going on the court now where either you are someone that is a part of their future, and if you're not, they are playing some guys that may not be a part of their future long term, but also to have the rest of the league see them play, not in a way that it's showcasing, but if you're trying to trade some of the veterans and you're not playing them, there's some flags that go up there.
That's right.
So now let's piece that apart. Like, what is one decision they've already made? They have said Keegan Murray is a part of the future.
That's right.
Now, he could still be traded tomorrow.
Sure.
I don't think it's happening, but they've made a commitment to him. Now, some go, why isn't Keon Ellis playing? You could make an argument. It may not be the way I would do it, but maybe it's like, you know what? I think we've identified him as a player of the future. While we have all these other guards here, we're going to play them. And Keon, you might be a part of our future too. I don't know. I don't know that for certain, but I think they're trying to identify, and Scott Perry has said it, and Doug Christie has said it, by the end of this year, they want those core principles that they've been talking about, and then Doug with the identity, defenders, rebounders, moving the ball. More players that are like that. It may not be on this roster today, but I think by the end of the year, they are hoping that they've got more of those players.
I think you're absolutely right. And I think the funny thing is, and you basically just said this, as they go into a rebuild, as they get younger, I love Doug as that coach.
Mm-hmm.
I love Doug as that coach. I love that you could have a Doug, a Russ Westbrook, your couple veterans. And by the way, Doug's like a fairly recent player for a coach that can get in there. And those are the guys I want next to my young studs that I just got in the lottery or wherever that need to learn how to be a professional. Doug Christie's the type of dude I want. I don't know if I'll say it again. I'm just being fair. I don't know if Doug's a great coach. I don't. But I do know he's a hell of a motivator.
Yeah.
I do know he's a hell of a motivator. And last night watching that, I was like, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they lost. But I don't think they lost because Doug didn't do a passionate enough speech.
Right. And a lot of times it's not, hey, coach said this, and they immediately I think they responded. They didn't win. They played a really good team. But, more performances like that should lead to a few more wins. Not a huge landfall because they still have deficiencies.
We'll take a break. When we come back, it ain't a deficiency. It's an efficiency. It's Kings Rewind, regardless of Chris Verlaud's here or not. The show goes on. Yep, it was a loss, but we'll have a chance to laugh a little bit next.
Tonight, Kings and Hawks.
Tip off at 7, your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Is Sactown Sports 1140.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that. And third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
Staples presents an easy holiday.
My holiday list was a mile long.
Fa la 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 boo hoo hoo.
Staples made it easy with big savings on tech gifts.
I'm listening.
And I saved big on custom holiday cards, too. Plus, Staples has UPS shipping in store.
Holy flying reindeer. Shop Staples today for 40% off custom cards, invites, wrapping paper, labels, stamps, and photo gifts.
That was easy.
In-store and online expires 11/15. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
More fiber and laxatives, eh? Who are you? I'm future you. Future me? Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
No payments for 90 days at Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. That's right. No payments until February 2026 on every new Ram, Jeep Wrangler, Gladiator, even the Pacifica. No payments for 90 days on every new vehicle in stock at the guaranteed lowest price. You can check out their full lineup at SacSuperstore.com or stop on by. They're centrally located right across from Hagan Oaks Golf Course. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It's the place where a handshake still means something. And right now, no payments for 90 days on every new vehicle in stock.
Guys, tired all the time, gaining weight, low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Got him.
You did. Katie Christensen.
Hey,
at
Cal.
9. Hey, Cal. Hey, has Katie, more point, has Katie's husband probably, taken down their Halloween decorations yet?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think so.
And I think we're close to putting Christmas up. No. They got the road trip coming up. Maybe it's after Thanksgiving.
Think so?
Yeah. But speaking of her, and I know we'll have her on here at 9, I was thinking more about that prank when you played that yesterday from the past with Sean.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, yes. And then Herman Munster coming in.
That's our guy.
That was Kyle had the same reaction I did. I was totally startled. You told us he did it, but I wasn't ready for it.
I think that makes the clip, right?
It does.
The comedically funny ha 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 from nowhere.
If you never told us about what that was, we'd be like, what was that?
the Scott noise?
Yeah. The Scott Pollard laugh from afar.
What you have to also understand, too, is that we were so I'm kind of a method actor. I get into the role. Yes. And I was so entrenched in the moment. My motivation was trying to make Katie cry. We were trying to get her. And we'll revisit, by the way, that with her.
I was uncomfortable for her.
It was so uncomfortable.
And then she was uncomfortable.
Oh, she was very uncomfortable.
How long did she hate you for?
She may or may not have struck me during the break. I honestly, she'll remember. I might have gotten to for flinching.
Will she admit to it?
She
won't. Yeah, if she hit you, she'll tell you. She'll tell us
100%. But I was so into it that I forgot temporarily that Scott was there.
Yeah.
And then in the moment when he went, it actually scared me for a second because I didn't know what the hell happened. It was like when my phone died the other day with you.
Yes.
The same type of sound. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, a segment that has just received 5-star reviews everywhere. If only we had a sponsor.
Hey, we do, Dave. You want me to tell you about the sponsor?
What?
It's Revival at Sawyer, and you can show your Sactown Sports 1140 app at Revival. All you have to do is buy one beverage. You get another 50% off.
Hey.
Your next beverage, and that's good for all of November.
Wait,
so thank you.
So up until Thanksgiving?
Past.
No.
Yeah.
So
go there for Thanksgiving.
Day after Thanksgiving, maybe.
Yeah,
Want to
that's
get out of the
still
house?
Yeah.
Just show my app?
Yeah, show me your app.
Show me your app.
Yeah.
All right, without further ado, Jason Ross, it's time for Kings Rewind.
The Kings Rewind. What actually happened last night? Let's travel together. Brought to you by Revival at the Sawyer.
Yeah!
All right, the Kings homestand started with a promising win over Golden State, but then a loss to OKC, and on Sunday they also were blown out by Minnesota.
Yes! It's maybe the greatest sounder in KHTK history.
All right, later in the show, Kyle, just a note. Just please play that during celebrity birthdays, and we're going to watch Alan's reaction. Don't solicit it.
Yeah.
We'll do that for Katie as well.
All right, Katie. Yeah. Let's not.
Let's leave
the thinking
Alan
in this room. Let's just do it.
I can't tell you how much I hate that rewind, but it's there.
Back to you.
At first, I didn't know the sound was coming. I genuinely thought Jason was making the noise.
There's so many different musical beats we could drop that to as well. Like, I just off the top of my head, I think that would go absolutely perfect with Michael Jackson's Billie Jean.
So, can I do Inside Baseball really fast before we continue with Rewind? Chris was at the game. He's now on his vacation. And I said, hey, if you see anything, just let me know. Let me know if you want anything for Rewind, because we don't really plan it. I write it. He fills in. He goes, just mention something about them getting blown out by Minnesota on Sunday. I'm like, all right, that seems pretty... He's cruel. All right, here we go. Tuesday night, though, the Kings were hosting the Denver Nuggets as part of the new NBA Coast to Coast Tuesday night coverage, which ended up tipping off officially at 8:13 p.m.
Drink more coffee. Dude, I'm on my 9th f***ing Red Bull.
Well, this was the first time, though, that they were on NBC since Game 7 of the 2002 Western Conference Finals.
Why did you just say that?
Why'd you just say that? That's a great point he brings up.
I don't know. Hey, let's clean it up. It was also Veterans Day and a salute to service night.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you to all that served. And by the way, you don't have to wait for Veterans Day to do that either. Just a reminder, you can thank every single day.
Anytime, anywhere.
Those that have have been brave. Absolutely. Back to you.
All right, early on, the Denver Nuggets got off to a hot offensive start. They made 11 of their first 14 shots.
Here we go again.
Hey, the Kings were making shots too, and I will say it quietly. In the first quarter, they had 0 turnovers.
Why are you whispering?
For dramatic effect. And on the first possession of the second quarter, the Kings turned it over for the first time. I said it quietly.
Jinced it.
You shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
In the second quarter, the Kings were hanging right in the game, but Domantas Sabonis picked up his third foul and had to go to the bench.
Go stand in the corner and think about what you've done. No dessert.
No dessert.
Oh, sorry, Domas. The Kings' fouls were racking up, and the byproduct, though, was Denver getting to the foul line. But that also means if they missed twice, fans would get a slice, and it happened.
Pizza! Pizza, pizza, going tummy. Me so hungry, me so hungry.
But the thrill of getting a slice of Mountain Mike's was squashed quickly because the second free throw was rebounded by Denver and put back in for 2 points.
I don't know what I'm doing, and everybody hates me.
So at the half, the Kings were down just 4 points as the first half really didn't produce a double-digit lead for either team.
All right, I like that. A self-aware man, I like that.
In the third, continued to hang around thanks to a quick pace and major production off the bench.
Now we're starting to roll, boys.
Well, as they headed to the fourth, the Kings were down by just 3 and would score the first hoop of the final quarter while the Joker was on the bench.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald.
What? With the former MVP out, it was time for the Kings to build a lead. Instead, Jamal Murray took over, and Denver would build their lead all the way to as high as 17 points.
I hate that guy.
With Sacramento making one more surge, the Nuggets put the Joker back in, and he played the role of closer. Denver wins for the second time this season against the Kings and for the 7th time in a row over Sacramento.
Every year, and I never win. This was the year.
Hey.
Dude, don't swear, man. I have to edit that out when you swear.
The Kings now find themselves at 3-8 and will play their final game of the homestand tonight against Atlanta.
ATL, shout.
And Kyle, roll tape. More you.
That was not in the script.
Well done. Whether that may be the best one we've ever done. Maybe the best one we've ever done.
Thank you.
I mean, look. Credit where credit's due, dog. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings and Nuggets post-game reaction. We'll hear from Doug Christie after. Maybe we'll play a little before as well. Who knows? I mean, that's a clip worth recycling. And we got some other players weighing in as well. Post-game from the Kings' loss to the Nuggets right after this.
The Kings play here, baby! Tonight, Kings and Hawks. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner.
Starts at 5:30 with tip-off at 7. Listen to your Sacramento Kings.
On the official home of Kings basketball, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
Windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, oh, how did you know? Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're gonna leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Some nights just call for something better. A place above the noise, where the skyline glows and the energy feels effortless. That place is Revival at the Sawyer, Sacramento's rooftop escape. All November long, show your Sactown Sports app and enjoy buy one, get one half off beverages. Whether it's golden hour with friends or late night laughter under the city lights, Revival's the place to see and the place to be seen. Revival at the Sawyer, the view, the vibe, the moment. Reserve your table at revivalsacramento.com. Offer valid once per visit per person.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home with a 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Born in 1892 to a socially prominent family, she was the consummate athlete, proficient in golf, tennis, marksmanship, swimming, and car racing. Many considered her the greatest horsewoman of the century. She was a pioneer in the field of golf course development with 3 world-class courses on her resume: the Women's National Golf and Tennis Club, Cypress Point, and Pasatiempo. Working for SFB Morse of Pebble Beach fame led to her second golf course development, which many consider to be the greatest golf course in the world, Cypress Point, where she developed a lifelong friendship and professional relationship with famed architect Alistair McKenzie. Pasatiempo in Santa Cruz was her third development, where she hosted the likes of Bobby Jones, Will Rogers, Babe Saharias, and more. Today, her place is alongside many others in the World Golf Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Marion Hollins, a visionary golf course architect and pioneer of the game. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week! So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. Callers, texters, YouTubers. Make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and the man behind the glass,
Not.
Chris Burla!
This is exactly what we want for the YouTube listeners.
Yeah.
Our mid-sections.
Yeah, look, take it in.
Yeah, take it all in. We're just dancing around.
Look at those bellies.
You look like Curious George's dad today, dude. I'd relax.
It's not his dad.
Whoever that dude is.
Think he birthed
This
him?
weird handler guy.
The man in the yellow hat.
Yeah.
Why did he have a yellow hat and a yellow suit?
Say they were into things. Leave it at that. Nobody knows.
That's pretty bananas.
It's curious.
Hi, Dave.
Are you there?
Two-piece combo, Jason.
Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. Oh, when you laugh, you cry, and all that. Welcome back. Oh, Jason, you're doing it. I don't like it. Kings lose. Let's get serious. Kings lose. Oh, the Kings lose. Let's get to the post game. Here is Doug Christie when asked about starting Westbrook or Schroeder.
I mean, we're considering everything, man. This is about us playing at a high level. 24 minutes tonight, probably, maybe 30. It's not enough. We need a 48-minute effort to win in this league, especially against a team like that. That's a team that is a championship-level team. You can't play for small stretches. Better, but ain't nobody checking for participation trophies. We got to go get it done, period.
Okay.
Yeah.
Defending centers. I mean, Jokic is just... I was thinking about this during the game. Is Nikola Jokic the most unique, successful athlete of all time?
Absolutely, I think.
So,
right?
I think he is. Now, I don't know how to... I'm going to try to say this as respectfully as possible. I don't know. I think everyone will know what I mean. I'm not including not Jim Everett, the guy with one arm, pitcher.
Jim Abbott.
Jim Abbott, thank you. That's obviously that's a
Sure.
different type of unique. And then who's the runner with the flippers that got in trouble?
Pistorius.
Michael
Oscar?
Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah.
Those are on a different type of level. I'm talking about, and I say this as a massive Jokic fan and love and respect the guy. He does not look like an athlete.
Yes. Like literally, I think the way you could put it, Dave, is like if you had maybe the top 100 players of all time.
Yes.
Like whatever that's universally agreed on.
Right.
And you put them all out on a
Yes.
court and you took someone that doesn't know who one of them is.
Absolutely.
Who are you picking first?
Not Jokic.
And how long does it take? Now, you'd see he's big.
Yes.
You're like, we probably need a big guy, but you're picking Kareem
Yes.
and other just
Yes.
giants. You'll see Wembanyama looks like the tallest guy.
Right.
We probably need him or Yao Ming or Shaq. I don't know when you land there and get him. He's not maybe not 100, but he's in the back 50 for sure.
The weird, not weird, this crew-cutted, the fact that the guy plays in Denver and plays a massive amount of minutes, he's in world-class phenomenal shape, yet somehow still looks pudgy.
Mm-hmm.
He still looks pudgy.
It's weird. Like when I've seen pictures of him, like racing, horse racing, and he looks like he's super fit. On the court, he looks heavier. That happened a little bit sometimes to me with DeMarcus. When I'd see him on the court, I go, man, DeMarcus looks like maybe he's carrying some extra weight for him.
Yeah.
And then you see him off the court, I go, he's ripped.
I think it's just like some guys, like if we were to have, I know exactly what you're saying with DeMarcus. So if he was in here right now, or if DeMarcus in his prime were sitting in the studio right now, like there's some guys that like the definition is insane on there, and you can see all. I think guys like DeMarcus and even more with Jokic, like if we were to try to put our hands around their biceps, it would be like our thighs. But yet it's not this like crazy defined, like you can see veins and stuff type of thing. So, and then I caught your look, and I think we noticed the same thing. It was while we were watching the NBA on NBC intro that they played last night. And I thought you and I caught glances. And I don't know why I'd never seen this clip before, but Jokic he rifled a pass that literally feathered Domantas Sabonis' hair. It gave him a haircut. It was so like, I don't know how it didn't bounce off his forehead, but it actually touched his hair.
Yeah, and it was gone. And then the reaction, like it was that fast. Like Sabonis saw it, but it was too late, and hands go up after the fact. And you're like, wow.
I'll bet you he's an awesome axe thrower. Like that type of dexterity, like you saw last night, like those wraparound one-handed passes. It's not as easy as it might look.
Right.
And you see these floaters he takes. I think at one point, the announcing crew, like Valanciunas came in last night, and Valanciunas did like a wide open 5-foot floater that bounced out. And they were just like, yeah, Jokic makes it look really easy, but it's actually not that easy. He makes everything. He just has this insane ability. And I don't know that in any other sport, like, I kind of take boxing and MMA out because that's a different thing. Like Anthony Ruiz looked like a big fat guy, but won the heavyweight championship type of thing. I just don't. I'm trying to think. Like, even people go, well, Tom Brady was this and that. He doesn't. They show him in his boxers at the draft, but that's just. Jokic is so good. He's he's knocking on the door of maybe being a top 10 all-time player when it's all said and done, which is huge company to be in. And he looks like the dude at the YMCA that you're like, wow, man, Unk has game.
Yeah.
So
he just dominates.
Absolutely
dominates.
So Doug Christie talking about, or did I already play this clip? Did I play struggling defending centers?
No.
Okay, here we go. Doug Christie, please.
We have to pull over. I scratched the paint out on the board at halftime. So we need to own this. Like, listen, when the ball is on the side, you pull the gym over. When the ball is in the middle, you pull the gym in. And many times we're finding ourselves off ball, either daydreaming, watching, not fully engaged, not all the way in position. You need to sprint to your position. There's a difference in getting to your position and running to your position. Sprint to your position, turn, and see the floor. That's a requirement. So, these are steps along the way, which is what I was saying. We're not there yet. I recognize that. But we're going to get there. And when you see people sprinting to their position, you say, damn, that look good. I'm about that life.
I like that. Is Doug too open?
No. Well, I don't know. I would say no, but he's being him. That's Doug.
That is, look.
He's his authentic self.
Authentic's the exact right word.
Yeah, that's him.
I think his broadcasting career helps him with his communication for sure.
Yeah.
Not that he was a bad communicator before, but
no, he's a very good communicator.
But he's really, especially as a rookie coach, he is kind of breaking some boundaries. And I'm not here to dislike it.
Yeah.
I, as a media member and as a fan, I love it. I love the honesty. I love the direct honesty. But it does make me wonder, is there a point where the players aren't going to like it? And I'm not saying that's right either. And some of you listening right now, I'm sure who cares, $1 million athlete? Sorry if you kid. I hear you, dude, but that's the politics of the NBA. Are they going to end up getting scratchy about it?
Yeah, and history shows if that were the case, players generally stick around, coaches don't. We're not. I don't think we're anywhere remotely close to that, but yeah, I know. I think that's honestly, I look at it as a strength of his, but I don't know how I'm not being coached by him, but I would prefer that personally.
Doug's got a lot of things to worry about. Offense, he says, isn't really one of them. Doug, and hello, Doug.
Doug, even before tonight, the four-man units of Dennis,
Sean,
Domas, and DeMar, the offensive numbers haven't been great. And I know you've been talking about defense a lot, but where are they at in the process of getting more comfortable with each other, and what can you do to get more out of this offense with your best guys?
Offense? Yeah. Ain't nobody talking about offense. I mean, tonight was only 108, but on most nights we scoring enough points. It ain't about the offense. It's not about the – them guys can score the basketball. There's a lot of people that can score the basketball. If we want to win, we need to focus on the defense. Period.
Okay.
Go ahead. Is that also a not intended, maybe unintended, but a breadcrumb too of look? We mentioned earlier when Doug's pregame conversation the tenets that Scott Perry has and what Doug wants his team to be, and I think Doug said defend, rebound, share the ball. If they are aligned, if every move going forward, like we talked about, either future draft picks, freedom of cap space. But even in players that you're getting back with, hey, we also want to look at this player potentially to be a part of the future. I got to believe they're looking at people that can defend. I would hope.
I would like to think that.
Yeah.
But now, look, we just complimented Doug. I got a question for Doug. Dude, you're saying the right things. Mm-hmm. And both Doug and Scott Perry were very clear in the offseason. We said, hey, that sounds great, But now we have to hold you to that. They said if you're not playing, everyone's going to make mistakes, but if you're not playing defense, if you're not holding to that defense, defense, I'm not worried about offense, defense, then why did Keon Ellis get 14 minutes last night?
Okay, which was more and earlier than before.
It was.
Again, theory, 100% theory here from me. To me, I think your candidates – who else would you say? I think, to me, honestly, the people that play the best defense that aren't playing consistently right now would be Carter and Ellis.
Yes.
Am I missing?
I don't think so. I think they're the two best. Those two and Keegan, who's hurt, are the best on-ball defenders on the roster.
That aren't playing as much. Carter's not. I mean, Carter was sick last night, but hasn't played much, and Ellis hasn't been playing that much.
That's right.
So, one, I don't think there's like a bunch of choices, but Ellis could be playing more.
Yes.
Again, I'm going to go back to just a theory here, but could he be a player that's kind of, even though it's an odd way to do it, that's kind of already identified as someone they may want to go forward with? And meaning that since there's a logjam of guards, Schroeder, Levine, Westbrook, Monk, all the guys that are kind of in the mix, if you're trying to trade Monk, if you're trying to trade Levine or Schroeder or any of those guys, you kind of need to play them. Not for other teams to see them, because everybody knows who those guys are, but to know that, hey, if this team's 3-8, why are they not playing this player? Is there anything to that, or is that a stretch?
I think there could be, but then it countermands what he's saying.
It does.
So then don't say it. If that,
I got you.
That's all. I think you very well could be onto something. We talked about the showcasing of players, but I'm sorry, it rings that.
It rings hollow.
I don't want to get this. God, I hate aggregation and I hate today's media because I don't want this to get taken out of context. Carmichael Dave went after Doug Christie. No, I'm asking one very specific question, which is, if you're all about defense and who's playing defense, they couldn't right now. They can't guard something that's whatever. And we're talking. Look, I'm not a member of the Keon Ellis is the savior club. Right. I'm not saying,
but he should be. We think he should be playing more.
Last night, in total, he played 14 minutes. He had a pretty good split. He made the only shot he took, which was a 3. He had 2 blocks. He had a steal. He didn't turn the ball over. And by the way, I'm also aware watching the game that Jamal Murray was cooking him a little bit too. Mm-hmm. He's still playing better defense on Jamal Murray than anybody else.
Yeah. Look, if you would too, look at the minute breakdown for guards, because now I'm trying to be fair as possible. I actually think they did a pretty good job. Now, Keon played 14, which is more than he's been. If someone says he should be playing 25, I'm not even mad at you for that. But what were the guard, like counting Levine, Schroeder, Westbrook, Monk, and Ellis, I guess those 5.
Levine played 35 minutes, and by the way, he had 12 points on 5 of 12 shooting, and I don't know what the hell's going on there.
That's a down game.
I just don't know what the hell's going on there.
Schroeder was not very good, but I didn't think he played a ton, right?
Schroeder played 21 minutes. Okay. He was 0 of 1. He literally had zeros across the board except for 3 assists to match his 3 turnovers. Are we counting DeRozan?
I'm going to go with Westbrook, Monk, and Ellis.
Westbrook, 31 minutes, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. Look,
That's a lot of minutes.
It's a lot. Look at the production. But look at the production. I can handle that.
Yeah.
And
even on a night where he didn't shoot the ball very well, but it's like, look, you play him, he'll give you, and he pushes the ball. There's just so much more to Russ,
and I can forgive that. But then it's like, Doug, I would love the answer to this. If it's about defense and effort and hustle and defense, then why aren't Russell Westbrook and I understand why Keon Ellis isn't your starting point guard. That's not my point. But then fine. Then why are Russ and Keon not getting? Why is Keon not playing 31 minutes?
Yeah. Again, I'm guessing here. What did Monk play?
Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, Monk played 28 minutes. 12 points, 2 assists, a rebound. He was 5 of 12. For as good as Monk has been this year, that would be considered an off night.
Yeah, and he started great. He had 10 early, kind of kept him in the game. Keon is more of a 2, combo guard, let's say, and you could argue your best player is Levine. That's your starting 2. So those are tough minutes to get. Doesn't mean Keon can't get in there. Can you find a way to play? Like yesterday, there was a time where they had, I want to say, Westbrook, Monk, Ellis, and maybe DeRozan or Levine with Sabonis. It's like kind of 4 guards and Sabonis. Yeah, I think it's really difficult to dice up the minutes for the guards. I think they did a decent job of it. Like Westbrook should have played the most. He got the most production. LaVine can get you 30, and he didn't. So maybe if he's not scoring, you take him out. But, until the end, I was actually thinking, man, Murray hasn't done much. But then he was cooking in the fourth while Jokic was out. I don't know. That's a really tough one to splice up for those guards. But if you're trying to showcase, and I hate the word showcase because, again, I think everybody in the league, if the Orlando Magic is interested in anybody on the Kings, they know what DeMar DeRozan is. They know what Zach LaVine is. They know what Malik Monk is. I think it's more alarming if you're going, this team is what? 3-8, and they don't play this player that they're trying to trade to us? What's going on? So I think there's some of that to go with that. I don't know. But I'm with you. There could be a few more minutes here for Keon.
Yeah, because we talked about, I'm just trying to think through.
But I really think that's the one player we're talking about.
It is.
It's not like there's 4 amazing post defenders that you go, how are they not playing player X?
Right.
I think it's just one guy we're talking about.
But I think that's part of the deal is that it's not like we're talking about a bevy of defensive players on this roster. And by the way, the wing defender on the roster is hurt. So we're basically talking about Devin Carter, who has been struggling quite a bit, and Keon Ellis, who is at worst the second best defender on this team, at worst. And you could argue he's actually better than Keegan. Keegan just guard more people because of his size. And then when you also look at the fact that it's not like Keon Ellis isn't incredibly efficient offensively either.
He can score. Yeah, I don't want to take his offense away.
He's not Matisse Thybulle. Matisse Thybulle is and Keon Ellis, I think, are very similar defenders, but Thybulle sucks at offense. He's just not he's a role player, if you will. Keon Ellis is not going to win any scoring titles, but he's not a drain, and he also doesn't need to be the focal point of your offense.
Right.
Again, I shy away from it because I think we as fans sometimes put too much on that, but that's the issue, or that's one of the issues. All right, let's talk to Domantas Sabonis here, or hear from him, I should say, on their compete level.
Yeah, of course. I feel like the guys are coming out and competing every night. Some games it's more than others for 48 minutes, but the goal is to do it for 48 minutes.
How close are you guys to competing?
I don't know. I wish I knew. We're trying. And some games we match up better, and then some games, it's a bit tougher. So we're just trying to figure that out.
And he went back to some games they match up better. It's true. And they're back to the deficiencies in the roster. So I think when the deficiencies are more apparent, they have to be, there's less margin for error.
100%.
And they played a really good team. And I think for the bulk of the game, they played well. But they didn't have to be perfect. Right. But you had to be good for more minutes than they were.
There's Sabonis. Doug didn't want to talk about offense. Sabonis said they're figuring it out.
We're just figuring it out. Every game, it looks different every other night depending on who we're playing. We run different things depending on who we play, and I wish I could have more answers.
Okay. Drew Eubanks. Domas talked about his physicality.
Oh, he's been huge. He had a great training camp, huge training camp. He looked amazing. And it's showing right now in the games. I've been hurt a couple games, and today I fouled out, and he stepped up big time.
Did he challenge you in training camp?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he was kicking my butt. he was really good. I was impressed.
Domas did weigh in as well on Dennis Schroeder. I thought this was interesting.
Yeah, we just got to go out there, and my job as the biggest, to set good screens for him, try and get him open. Anything I can do, get a rebound, throw it ahead to him. Try and get him in situations where he feels most comfortable. And then we all know once he starts feeling that swag, he's unstoppable.
1-800-920-1140. TC, you're on with Jason and Dave. Good morning. TC. I hit the wrong button. I did.
There you go.
Messed up. TC, sorry about that. Good morning.
No, it's all good. Jay Ross, Dave, what's going on?
What's up, man?
So listen, man, it's like this. I get it, but that goes back to what I was saying before about I don't give a right about money, roster politics, or none of that. Zach and DeMar will be on the bench if it was me. I get you, Jay Ross, if it's a value, but we keep talking about these guys don't have value, and looking forward, we're going to get pennies on the dollar. If that's the case, then let's move on from these guys and let's do it moving, right?
How?
Forward.
How?
Or move them to a team Hey,
how are you going to move them to a team?
Not...
TC, no. I'm not trying to shut you down, brother. I just want to have a conversation. How are you going to move them to a team if they have no value?
I get it. Listen, the
value. No. Don't say I get it and then move on. I mean, I'm being serious. If you bench them, it craters their value, and they make $45 million and $25 million respectively. I agree with you on moving on, but I need you to tell me, how do they move on from them and trade them if their value is cratered by being benched?
It doesn't. But what I'm saying is, which one are we going with, right? What option are we running?
Hold on. I'm sorry. You said it doesn't. What do you mean?
What I'm saying is, you're talking about they don't have any value, right? So I'm confused.
No. I said if you bench them, it craters their value, and they're trying, or the assumption is that they're trying to showcase them so that another team bites and makes an offer. I'm saying if we go with your idea to bench them, walk me through how you move them if they're benched. Why would another team want a benched player?
Because if we're talking about pennies on the dollar, then it really doesn't matter.
It's not pennies on the dollar. It's $45 million and $25 million. I just said that.
When we're talking about pennies on the dollar, we're talking about not getting a valued player back, right?
Yeah, but you still have to have somebody make an offer, and you have to match the salaries because of the apron and all the other cap. My problem, TC, is that I get what you're saying, but there's a difference between NBA 2K talk and reality talk. You have salary caps, you have aprons, you have things that have to be fit into. So I understand it's easy to say, and I'm not trying to disrespect you. I get where you're coming from. It's very easy to say bench these guys. They're not but the politics and the reality of basketball is the assumption is that they're trying to move on from these contracts. How do you move on from the contracts if they're buried on the bench?
Answer me a question. What value are they gaining by playing right now? We're still losing games, right? Other teams can see that too. Hey, these guys are losing players. They're losing. They're still playing. That's my point. So where's the value coming from? If that's the case, then just move on. We don't have to get a player that makes $46 million that's an all-star and 2 first-round picks. As Kings fans, that's what we're looking from Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan trade. That's not going to happen, Kings fans. That's what I mean by pennies on the dollar.
Do you think would you let's see. I'm looking at guys like LaMelo Ball, John Morant, he hurt Anthony Davis, Zion Williamson, Herb Jones, Miles Turner. Do you believe that any of those players have value? Would you like to see any of those players I named on the Kings?
Yes, for Zion, Jai, for any of those guys, I give up DeRozan or Domas with 2 first-round picks.
Right, but my point is all those players are on losing teams. So what value do they have if their teams are losing? Why would you want them? That was your point.
I know, but...
No. Don't say I know, but. You literally made the point. Then you just turned around and said, I want those losing players on my team.
Dave, you're not getting the point. You're trying to make people...
Whoa, I didn't do anything. What happened?
No.
No, go ahead. You broke up. We got a break, but go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, what I'm saying is I didn't get on here to argue with you, bro. I was saying my point. You're saying the same shit, right? I'm saying, what's the point? Either you're going to bench them, right? If you're saying they don't have any value, then bench them, bro, and then put who we need to put in there, the young players that move forward. Or then do it, get the trade done, and move on.
Okay, that made absolutely no sense, but appreciate you, TC. We'll take a break. Hey, man. Some people you just can't reach, which is the way they want it, and they get it. And I don't like it any more than you do. We'll take a break. Katie Christensen at the top of the hour. When we come back, it's not 3-down territory. It's 4-down territory. We're going to talk a little football. Niners, Dolphins, Commanders. What could that possibly be? And mock drafts going into next year for your Las Vegas Raiders. We'll do it next.
Tonight, Kings and Hawks.
Tip off at 7. Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Is Sactown Sports 1140.
Let me tell you something about Jonathan Gonzalez. He's a lawyer in downtown Sacramento, right here in our community. Gonzalez Law is how you can find him. SacLegalDefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187. Now, you may have questions. You're in that spot. It's a tough spot to be in where you go, I'm in a little bit of a bind or a pinch, and I don't know if I need representation. Well, you need someone to call. Who can you trust? It's Jonathan Gonzalez. Gonzalez Law can help you with a variety of things. Here's some examples for you. Maybe you were involved in a wrongful termination case. at your place of employment? How about a car accident? Maybe you actually need criminal defense. Maybe there's something that happened in your past that you can't shake free of, that's been following you around, that you wish you just could have removed from your record. Well, that can be done with the right process and the right person, and that's Jonathan Gonzalez. It's called an expungement. Have that removed from your record, and you can kind of get some of your freedoms and your rights back, and you just go forward from there. So, look, he's someone that can be trusted, that's been very successful, that's one of us, that lives in our community, that you can reach. All things that I suggest that if you're looking for representation, this is the one you need to go through. SacLegalDefense.com, Gonzalez Law, or call him at 916-304-9187.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No, we'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
When the Kings light up the court, Sacramento lights up the night, and it all leads to Revival at the Sawyer. All November long, show your Sactown Sports app and enjoy buy one, get one half-off beverages. From pregame anticipation to postgame celebration, Revival is the rooftop for true fans with elevated views, unbeatable energy, and that signature Sacramento spirit that connects us all. Revival at the Sawyer, where the city and the team both rise. Reserve your table today at RevivalSacramento.com. Offer valid once per visit per person.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Welcome back, y'all. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Locke is gone. He'll be back maybe Monday. Maybe Monday.
God, his button board is so hard to find. I don't know where the maybes.
His button board is so
maybe. The writing is so small because he has so many buttons.
He pushes our buttons.
Just to finish up on the TC thing, a couple of texts in I want to cover. I understand TC was saying move them for nothing and play the young guys. Well, first off, so let's just go with the hardcore. All right, you bench DeRozan, Levine. I don't know. Do we put Sabonis in that cat? Just for fun, let's say Sabonis. And you announce these guys are for sale, but The Kings have decided they're moving on to the youth, and they're for sale, but they're done here. Similar to like I think OKC did something like that with Al Horford years ago. They basically sent him home, and then Horford went on to play like 5 more years, win a championship. Okay, so a couple things. It's not how it works, but let me explain why that's not how it works. Instead of just saying it's not how it works. Number one, you've just lost and what little tiny negotiation power you may have. You may not have that right now. Someone's going to get injured. Some team is going to compete that didn't think they were going to compete. Some team is going to not compete that thought they were going to compete. Everybody's in evaluation mode right now. That's what happens till December, till the 15th when you can trade, make most of your trades. So the market for Zach LaVine and those guys right now may be little to nothing, but that also may open up down the road. And as a GM, your job is to maximize as much return as you can. Even if it's the difference between a second-round pick and a late first-round pick, well, you've done your job a little better. So you've now benched these guys. You're developing the youth. Okay, that's great. You've also just said to your team and your coach, mainly your coach, hey, dude, we're throwing in the season. It's not happening, and sorry, you're just going to lose all the time. Now, I understand fans are hearing that, and they're like, yeah, dude, yes, tank, let's go. I hear that. You also have 3 players that have now completely checked out that are calling their agents. Oh, and you're paying $120, $130 million. Now, it's not my money. It's not your money. I don't care, but you're not paying $130 million for guys that are going to ride the bench. That you get. What if somebody gets injured? You got to reintroduce them. What happens? It's not how it works. How it works is GMs talk to other GMs privately. Hey, what do you think of this guy? What do you think of that guy? What do you think of this guy? Or maybe we had a conversation last summer. Hey, you want to revisit this guy or that guy or this guy? It's not just, dude, I don't care what you get. And somebody said, I don't care what you get for LaVine. Just trade him. Okay. But I'm telling you right now, and I mean this is going to sound disrespectful. I don't mean it this way. The reality of the situation is that I don't know. This is how tough the LaVine market is right now. I've said this before. I don't know that you could get a second-round pick for LaVine. Now, that sounds incredibly stupid on the surface because Zach LaVine's value is, as a player, is great. He's a very good borderline all-star player. But it's the cap. It's the room. It's having $45 million to not just have room to absorb his contract, but you have to move $45 million your own money, which a lot of these teams either don't have or they do, and it's invested in players they don't want to leave. That's why they're making that much money. And you have to also agree to have that money committed to this player and that they're going to help your team to the tune of $45 million. It's like when I see people excuse me, they're coming up with trades, and they say, let's give up, here's what I want to do. Let's do Schroeder, Devin Carter, 5 second-round picks, and Isaac Jones and then name like awesome player that would help us. Dude, other GMs have jobs to do too. And by the way, those 5 players you're sending over for their one, they now have to cut 4 players, of which a couple of them it's just not realistic. I'm not trying to be a D. I just don't want to entertain it when there's literally 0 chance of that happening, and that's why.
Yeah, and I think if they were 100% healthy today, I'm going to guess, let's just go with what we've seen. Would you think their starting lineup would be they've started Schroeder, so I'm going to put Schroeder, LaVine, DeRozan, Keegan, and Sabonis. Would you say that's pretty safe if they were 100% healthy today?
Yes.
So along those lines, I wouldn't be entirely shocked if Scott Perry is thinking in his mind potentially trading Sabonis, potentially trading DeRozan, potentially trading LaVine, and I would think Monk I would put in there too. I wouldn't say Schroeder and Murray are off the board, but probably not their priorities because he signed Schroeder and he extended Keegan Murray. So along those lines, I don't think it's a reality that they trade all of them this year.
Yes.
But I think it also might be fair to say, let's look at all of them now.
Yes.
They're not at that December, 15th trade day where the pool is open for more people to be traded. And you also have to identify, 1, who you think you can get the best deal for. 2, as you continue to play as whatever version this team is with some of the young guys and what you might be getting back in return, who are you identifying as saying, you know what, this was maybe our best trade for this player, but the one that's staying back might be the best one to stay back to help this group.
Yes.
So, and I don't know, I'm just going to pick a name without any preference. Like, hey, we got a good deal for DeRozan. But, maybe there's a longer-term trade for Zach LaVine. But for right now, he's feature player A, and he's going to get us through this year with these 3 new players and this other trade. You also have to identify, kind of back to their culture tenets, who you think going forward, this guy with these guys, and then contracts become up. I mean, you're still evaluating every day with this group.
That's the thing. They're not
trading 7 guys tomorrow.
No, it's just and I would say lastly too, and we'll move forward down territory because we got a couple calls too.
We could skip it.
Okay. Yeah. Do not make the mistake of saying, but hold on, Dave. Hold on, Jason Ross. Zach LaVine was just traded last year.
Yeah.
There's got to be. There was value. And by the way, I'm not saying Zach can't be traded, but it's important to remember, and I mean this as respectfully as I possibly can mean. The NBA is not filled with Sacramento Kings. The NBA is not filled with general managers. Yeah. The Zach LaVine, De'Aaron Fox trade will go down, I think, through no fault of Zach LaVine's, as one of the worst trades we've ever made, more because of the different type of return we should have gotten for De'Aaron Fox. Good luck. Maybe there is another GM out there that you can get involved.
Right.
But that is a very, very, I would say, count on one hand if you're lucky, very limited group. Alex, good morning.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Good morning. Yes, how are you?
Yeah, I got a couple of questions following up on TC's call. So, do you really think moving DeMar to the bench would change his value significantly from what it is right now? I'll start with that.
I don't want to overplay that it would change his value. I think it's a combination of DeMar DeRozan not being able to break into a team as bad as the Kings. He's been benched. It's not going to help his value, certainly. Number 2, I think it sends a really bad message to the coach and the rest of the team. And your response is probably, I don't care. Let them win. I'm not indifferent to that. But they don't want to completely tank the confidence of the coach and of the team. That's number 2. And number 3, the one thing that everybody's not bringing up, which I think is actually the most legit part of this, is the point you guys want to be making is, if you know you're going to move these guys, why are you playing them? What if they tear a knee? That's the point you want to be making, and I'm not indifferent to that. But I would just ask you to look through the history of the NBA and show me how many examples you can demonstrate of these situations where teams just basically benched 2 to 3 NBA starters, including, by the way, a guy, and we're also talking about Zach LaVine. The justification for benching a guy in Zach LaVine, who, by the way, is making $45 million a year, I'll remind you, but also is averaging 25 points.
Leading the team in scoring.
Right. That's just not something you do.
Yeah, so that wasn't what I was calling to say.
Sure.
All those guys. But what I think is a reasonable move for a coach to make would be you move DeMar to the bench unit. He still plays 20-plus minutes a night, but he's more in a featured spot where his talents fit better for the team. You have to start Zach. He's he's delivering. He had a bad game last night, had a bad back, but he's played great so far this year. But like with Schroeder, who's in a major funk, if you're not really worried about his trade value, who's just signed by this GM, why don't you make the flip to throw Russ in the starting lineup, have him come off the bench, and then you do a 3-guard lineup with Keon, Zach, Russ, with your bench unit coming with Monk, DeMar, Schroeder, and then fill in, Clifford, fill out the rest of the minutes there.
Thank you. We made that point very strongly about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, about Russ. Yeah, and then I think to his point too, I don't know this for sure, but I think if they were able to get Jonathan Kuminga, I think there would have been strong talks to DeMar DeRozan about coming off the bench.
I think so too.
Now, they didn't get Jonathan Kuminga. That was a big plan. It didn't happen.
I think DeMar DeRozan would probably...
he wouldn't have loved it.
Yeah, he wouldn't have loved it at all. I mean, you're talking
but I think he would have been great there.
He was sold a bill of goods to come here for a certain thing in the Beam team and be a part of the pushing over that and all that. And Look, this is as we break. I know I will hear audibly the collective eye roll of fans when I'm about to say what I'm about to say. I understand this. But when you talk about changing the culture of a team, the one part that is rarely mentioned is you also have to change the culture of the team with players around the league as well who watch how coaches are fired, who watch how well-respected veterans are treated, who watch how much or how little front offices do what they can to cater to those players when things have gone wrong. That is also part of the culture that not only affects trades being made in a day and age when players can basically stop trades from being made to announce that they won't. You saw what Fox did last year where they can force and they can stop. And free agents. There's a lot of politics that go into it beyond the simple logic that we deal with as fans. I get it. I get what you're saying. But these are all things a GM sitting in that seat has to think about, and I get that too. It's trust me, I would love to see Nate Clifford getting 35 minutes a night. I'd love to see Keon Ellis getting 35 minutes a night. I'd love Max Reynaud to be getting 25 minutes a night. I would love all of that. Screw it. Put Precious Achiuwa in there for 35. Yes, I'm with you. But you got to get there. And I hope that they are on that track. But you got to keep that same energy when the deadline comes. Just like you got to keep that same energy in your house with who you're dealing with an HVAC or now a plumbing company. Carmichael Dave here for the live and local brand, American Energy Heating and Air. Now American Energy Home Pros. Why? Because they're more than just air conditioning now. They're more than just furnaces, heating. They're doing plumbing. They're doing toilets. They're doing showers. They're doing bathtubs. They're doing sewers. They're doing all the things that plumbing plums. They're doing it under one roof for you. In fact, you could have them come out and look at your furnace and then, oh, hey, could you take a look at my toilet? And they'll make that happen too, whatever it is. And celebrate their new family member, Mr. Plumbing. It's 10% off for anything plumbing related. And how about a free furnace with a full home installation? Yeah. They also are your second opinion partners. If you're working with somebody else, well, shame on you, but that's fine. We all make mistakes. Let them come in and let them undercut, for lack of a better word, anyone that has already made you an offer. 916-520-9990. It's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. We'll take a break. What's hot, what's not. We'll recap 3 in the key and 3 in the key for tonight's Kings-Hawks game before we get to Katie Christensen next.
The Kings play here, baby! Tonight, Kings and Hawks. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner.
Starts at 5:30 with tip-off at 7. Listen to your Sacramento Kings.
On the official home of Kings basketball, Sactown Sports 1140.
Black Friday savings start now. Get your best deal through the end of the month at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
With Black Friday savings during Happy Honda Days, own or lease your new Honda Accord or Civic today. Your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Visit us at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop. If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Around here, Maverick is more than a name. It's who we are. My dad climbed power poles for a living, and he taught me to keep homes running when it gets cold. This November, donate 5 canned foods to our holiday food drive and choose a furnace tune-up or an electrical safety check. We'll collect your cans at the appointment and keep your heat comfy and your lights steady. So the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com. Limited November appointments. Some restrictions may apply.
What's hot, what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Home Pros, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergy.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
Who's hot?
Who's hot?
The Utah Jazz.
You like
Jazz?
Yeah, the Utah Jazz last night scored 152 points.
Wow.
That's too many.
It's a lot.
Was Walker Kessler the problem all along?
See, your guy.
The Utah Jazz scored 152 points against the Pacers last night. You might be thinking, oh, did they need overtime? Nope. 4 quarters, 152 points. That's the third time the Utah Jazz have done that in franchise history. The other two, April 28th, 2021, against
the Kings,
the Sacramento Kings.
Hey.
154-105 win.
Oof.
The other one, April 9th, 1978, when the New Orleans Jazz.
I was just going to say that.
They beat the San Diego Clippers?
Almost.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
I guess technically closer.
What year?
1978.
The Warriors.
We're getting further away.
The Suns.
Geographically. We're getting closer. A little further east.
Mavericks.
Right state. There you go.
Got it. Knew it.
Yeah. San Antonio Spurs in a game where George Gervin for the Spurs scored 63 points.
What? George Gervin's nickname is?
Iceman.
Attaboy.
And they still lost?
Not only did they lose, they lost by 21 points. And George Gervin scored 63 on 49 shots.
What's the one thing he could do?
What was it?
Do you know? Fill in the line. What's the one thing he could do?
I don't know.
George Gervin?
Yeah.
Finger roll.
Yeah.
Oh, the finger roll.
You know, my dad one time was one of my dad's buddies is an agent for like a lot of retired players, like Steve Carlton, Goose Gossage, and Gervin was one of them. They were at a signing, and my dad, I still have it at home. He has a Spurs jersey, old school like Spurs jersey, and he had him say, he said, could you put asked him if he wanted an inscription, and Dad said, yeah, could you say the Iceman cometh? And George looked at me and goes, what does that mean? Like, I had absolutely no idea. I'd never heard that before, which kind of struck my dad as weird, but he wrote it.
Yeah.
I know what that means, but for everyone else, could you tell them what that means?
Nope. Nobody knows.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not crazy.
Back to you.
All right, who's not?
Who's not?
Who is not? The Brooklyn Nets. Wah, wah.
Jordy.
Yeah, poor Jordy. Nets lost again yesterday. They're 1-10 on the season. You think the Kings are bad on defense? Let me tell you about the Brooklyn Nets.
Tell me about the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, tell us, would you?
Yeah, Brooklyn Nets have a defensive rating of 126.5.
Not great.
Yeah, big is worse for defensive rating.
Hello.
They are so bad that the gap between them and the second worst team in the NBA, which is the Pelicans, that gap is the same as the gap between the Pelicans and the 21st ranked team in the NBA.
It's not great.
No.
And Jordy's 1-10 on the season, and his post-game pressers are very sad if anyone wants to listen to them.
Yeah, poor Jordy. I have some numbers on the differences on the New York Knicks in the first 10 games last year to this year. Thibodeau to Mike Brown. We don't have time for that right now, Jason, though. Because tomorrow, what?
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Who knows? Nobody knows. Let's recap 3 in the Key right now. Doug Christie had something to say before last night's game. Unfortunately, the Kings, they were good for 3 quarters, but in the fourth quarter, they were lame.
Okay.
I didn't like the pacing of that.
Yeah.
But also, I put, just to be fair,
rhymed.
Somebody asked me this a couple days ago, weirdly enough. They said, do you write those down?
Yes, he
and
does.
I said, literally, I have no idea what I'm going to say until the music starts.
Yeah.
So, good luck.
And he writes them down.
Nobody knows.
All right, our predictions for yesterday. We asked for the big men's numbers, points, rebounds, assists for the Joker and for Sabonis. We'll start with the Joker. Dave, you said he would have 31, 10, and 12 for a triple-double. I said 34, 16, and 7. Kyle said 35, 22, and 17. We're all in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But let's see. I said 34, 16, 7. He had 35, 15, 7.
I think that is actually, it's not exact, but it's about as exact as you can be.
Off by 1 on
Off
2
by
categories.
1. Yeah, you win
right.
that. You win that running away.
All right, next one, though. For Sabonis, Dave, you said 22, 18, and 4.
Yeah.
I said 17, 14, and 4. Kyle said 18, 14, and 7. We might have to do some math here. He had 19, 8, and 4. You and I both had the assists right on. We're all too high on the rebounds. Kyle was closest on points. I mean, we're all pretty good there.
I say we call it a draw.
Okay.
Sorry, Kyle.
Last points of the game was our second category. Dave, you said it would be McDermott.
It was not.
I said Jamal Murray.
You did.
Kyle said Nick Clifford. Do you know who it was?
Who was it?
It was Christian Brown.
Dang it.
At the last basket of the game.
Christian Brown.
Brown.
I think it's Brown.
Confusing.
It's Braun.
Yeah. And then the random stat, Dave, you said McDermott would score in his first appearance. He did not.
He didn't.
I said Nick Clifford would get a new career high of greater than 12 points.
Right.
He scored 5. That's less than, right?
That is less than.
Scored his jersey number.
He did. And Kyle said the Joker would make a long shot, basically half quarter longer. He did take one.
Yep.
And it was close.
That's right.
But he missed it.
All right. Well.
Hey, there's another game.
If only we could try again.
We can.
Once upon a time, the Kings had a lottery pick, and everybody said Nick rocks. Now tonight, they play against an Atlanta team. Let's all call them the Hawks. Thank you.
Okay.
Best one I've ever heard.
You thought about that during the previous.
All I was trying to do was what rhymes with Hawks. And
you landed on Nick Rocks?
Well, I went with socks. Something I can't say on the air.
Bobby Jackson says bye-bye socks.
Hawks, is what we're saying.
Blocks.
Blocks. Jocks. I almost went there. Shocks.
Does Kevin Knox still play for them?
I don't know. But then I went rocks, and I was like, well, Atlanta isn't really rock. Oh, rock. Oh, you know who rocks? Nick.
Well done.
Thank you.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
All right, guys, we're going to use this category today in our first one. First king to score, last king to score tonight. So the first and last.
DeMar DeRozan.
First. Last.
Keon. Ellis.
All right, I have Levine and then DeRozan.
I'm going to go Sabonis.
Okay. Next up, the Kings assist leader tonight. The ball was moving well last night. They did a good job in passing the ball. Who will have the most assists and how many?
For the Kings?
Uh-huh.
Russell Westbrook with 8.
Okay, well, I'm not changing mine because I already have it written down. I have Russell Westbrook with 8.
Come on.
You're not going to believe this, guys.
What?
I wrote it down right here.
Yeah?
Russell Westbrook, 8.
Wow.
There is no way we get this.
No way.
We never had all three.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Random stat. Dave?
You know what? I'll give you a random stat. The beam will light tonight because it feels right and it's out of sight. Take a bite. Maybe look at it while you're on your flight.
They just might.
Go fly a kite. Night-night.
Well done.
Why does anyone listen, dude?
Well, we're on the same page here because I said the last King to score would be DeMar DeRozan. He is doing that on a buzzer beater to win it.
What?
So yours is going to be right, and DeMar is hitting a game winner.
If only we had a sounder for that.
Yeah.
Like, what sounder would play if that happened? I can't even think of it. What would it be? Kyle?
I don't know. Sorry.
I never thought I'd say this.
I genuinely don't know.
I can't say it. Oh, I gotta say it. Do you know who would know the sounder that would be played?
Who?
Chris.
The Jason one with the Prince and the ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. That was, now it's not now it's like,
No.
you know.
Kyle, what's your random stat?
What's your random stat, Kyle?
I'm going to say we're going to see not 1, but 2 Drew Eubanks alley-oop dunks.
I always want to call him Drew Banks.
I 100% want to call him Drew Banks. And during the break, I'm going to tell you something else that gets me too, but I don't want to say it on the air.
Oh,
take a break. When we come
okay.
back, Katie Christensen joins us. Hi, Cal. Right after this.
Tonight, Kings and Hawks.
Tip off at 7, your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Is Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's happening for the Black Friday sales event?
We have the best savings yet on new 2025 Ram 1500 Tradesman Crew Cabs, starting at only $34,995 with up to $12,500 off MSRP, or save thousands with $5,250 off MSRP and 0% financing for 72 months.
And did I hear you got the Hemi back?
Yep, we have 450 new Rams available, including the 5.7-liter Hemi, and we have 40 Hemis in stock. Plus, with our award-winning customer service, you won't find a better combination of selection, service, and savings than at Hoblet Dodge.
Search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$12,500 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 after $7,250 factory rebates and $5,250 dealer discounts. Rebates include $2,000 select inventory cash, $500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit. $34,995 net price after rebates. VIN number 170493. 0% financing for well-qualified buyers on approved credit through Stellantis Financial. Must have 720 plus FICO score. $13.89 per thousand borrowed. See dealer for details.
The year was 1948. The Sacramento Symphony was founded. Harry Truman was president, and Jerry Mathers from Leave It to Beaver was born, and Walter Keyes opened his first Naturewood home furnishing store 77 years ago on 25th and Broadway. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. All those many years ago, the Keyes family promised integrity and quality in serving families just like yours and mine. Near as I can tell, Walter would have been pretty proud to know that those same values are evident today at Naturewood Home Furnishings. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significance significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings. Furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their Veterans Day Save the Tax sale and get started making your own brand of memories. The Keys family would love to hear them. Naturewood Home Furnishings off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Guys, tired all the time? Gaining weight? Low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento is making it easier to get answers with a comprehensive wellness panel. It's not just a lab test, it's where better performance begins. Our providers will check your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. A $400 value for just $99, or free if you start treatment. Over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to restore their energy, mood, and confidence. So if you're ready to feel better and live stronger, call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Offer ends November 30th. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't! Yes, he did!
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Bobby! That's right! Get busy. Hey, I should know this. How did UCLA do Monday? Yeah, big W. You know, Coach Corey Close has never lost. When she comes on this program on game day, I'm surprised she's not coming off for the next game.
I'm saying that now. I've just gotten this weird feeling. Did I see that wrong? I know they did. Let me double check.
All right, double check it.
Oh, yeah. Light work, 73-59. Come on.
Wow, over a top 6 team?
Yeah, good domination.
Joining us right now, we said Coach Close is a new friend of ours.
Yeah,
Here's an
close
old friend.
personal friend.
Yeah, close personal friend. From UC Santa Barbara, and before that, the Sticks. Katie Christensen, analyst for your Sacramento Kings. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, fellas. How are you?
Let's see. What do we have for you? Oh, yeah. Is your Halloween stuff all taken down?
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
We were correct.
Yeah.
When are you putting up your Christmas stuff?
Honestly, I don't know.
You don't know?
When I have time, when I get back. I don't know.
I
We
thought it'd
leave
be after
tomorrow,
the trip.
obviously.
Jason said after the trip. So.
Yeah.
Also, we had Coach Close on Monday.
Yes.
We asked her to spill the tea on young Katie, and
There were some.
She was complimentary, but she. I know. But
I'm sorry. You must have hated that.
I was very not happy with that part. She talked about how they went to find you to recruit you, which, as you know, is basically left at the barn, past the sheep field, and over the sticks. I did ask her if there was some sort of a livestock trade or something. Like how they had NIL then. They didn't really, but no, it was a legit recruiting. But then she mentioned, and I'm curious if you remember this, that you kind of pulled a prank on them the day that you signed. Do you remember that?
Oh, I think there was one. I can't remember exactly what happened. Did she tell you the story?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember.
Jason?
Basically, it was, and I'm going to have the coach's name or the head coach's name wrong, but you had basically already committed maybe the night before, earlier that morning, and they were there to close the deal on recruiting you.
Right.
And this is her words, Katie. She said, "Man, Katie was being a real spoiled brat and not paying attention to us, And then we're just going through the whole runaround all day, and then by the end, you're like, guys, I already committed. I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think Coach French, who was our head coach, had worked something up to mess with them, which you know him. Yeah, that sounds about right.
So that got us talking about pranks.
Wow, I didn't like this.
Oh gosh.
I feel for you on this one, Katie. I didn't like it. I didn't know this full story.
So Jason somehow didn't know the full story, and Kyle, who's behind the glass here, little Kyle, had no idea. We talked about how we got you with the with Dave Yeager as the GQ.
For sure.
And then Yeager came on, and we talked about
that. That one was okay. The other one I did not like.
And then I played about a minute of the Sean Salisbury fight on your last day on the show.
Jason, you didn't know about that?
No, I knew about it. I don't think I had heard it. And so then Dave played it, and I could hear the panic / frustration in your voice, and I was with you. I'm like, what? I knew it was obviously already been done. It's been a prank, but you hated it.
It was wildly uncomfortable. Yeah.
Okay, so then when it's done, Katie, how many times did you punch Dave?
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I'm pretty sure you physically struck me at the break, but I couldn't remember, and it wouldn't have been the first time.
I absolutely did. Yes,
did you get him good, though? Like several good hits?
Dude, let me tell you something. Dude, this woman can hit. The amount of times, and she knows exactly how to do the knuckles on the shoulder so that it gives you the Charlie horse, and it
You
sucks.
deserved it.
I'm not saying I didn't. I'm not saying it wasn't worth it.
But you were trying to break up the fight on air.
Yeah, she was.
Yes, it was so uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable. And you know what? It's just like after when I found out it was a joke, I'm like, this is why I'm leaving.
Well, the funny thing is that really when I hadn't listened to that clip in a very long time, and I thought, you know what? That was pre-mom Katie. Like you heard it in the voice. She was basically like, guys, come on, guys, seriously. And then I think you told me, didn't you tell me during the break, you were like, I was this close to running out of the room because I just didn't know what to do.
I was so uncomfortable, yeah.
Anyways, I thought it was a great joke. Now,
of course you did. It was your joke.
Now, lastly, I'd explained.
Did she get you back?
Let's just put it this way: maybe not on pranks, but however you want to call it, teeter-totter on times I've got versus her is like 74 Katie to me.
Is that true, Katie?
I don't know. I'm too old to remember.
That's true. Wow. So, lastly, though, I had to warn the guys. Do you remember the funniest part of that whole prank? Might have been Scott Pollard's roar right when we all started laughing, like we forgot he was there because he was kind of trying out to see if he would be your replacement. Do you remember when Sean and I started laughing, and you remember Scott going, like he was laughing, but it was like a roar?
I completely forgot about that.
Right? That was jarring out of nowhere. Where's this voice coming from?
Let me see. Ooh, I got it. It wasn't a roar, but it was a stern set of comments from Doug Christie.
Oh, there you go.
You like that? Before the game yesterday, I'm sure you know by now, but Katie, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Katie wasn't there or didn't have to work the game.
Oh, that's right. So apologies. Have you seen Doug's comments?
I have not seen Doug's comments. Oh. I don't know if you guys have gathered, but I've been very sick for the last couple days. So, I've been a little bit out of it.
Are you a game time decision tonight?
Ooh. No, there's no injury report or anything for us. You know, Jason, we just work.
You're in.
Do I, Kyle? Do I have to do the thing where I put her on hold so she can hear the thing, or can she can hear him? Okay, all right. I'm gonna play a little bit of this, Katie, and then I want you to tell me if you can hear it or not. Here's Doug from last night.
Good evening. Good evening.
Can you hear that?
Yep.
Okay.
Some of you guys, I think everybody in here knows me. If you don't, my name is Douglas Dale Christie. I'm head coach of the Sacramento Kings. Okay? Change is hard, y'all. It's hard. But understand, and we understand, that we're not there yet. But we about to work at it like crazy. We totally get that. And it'll be bumpy. It will. Because change is like that. But buckle up. For the real ones, buckle up. And for all the rest of you, you know who you are. You know how I feel about that. We, and I say we as an organization, make no mistake, we're aligned in what we're doing. We are aligned in what we're doing. I said this before, you've heard me. I'm going to say it again. We're going to play to a standard. That's what we're going to do. Tough, competitive, disciplined, professional, team-oriented, and accountable. That's what we're going to play to. So when you look out there, everybody in this organization is held to that. Now, as an identity, that's defend, rebound, and share the damn basketball. That's what we're going to do every single time we hit the floor. So the pain of Kings fans, there's nobody that sat in this seat with the exception of two people, Rick Adelman and probably Jerry Reynolds, that understand the pain of Kings fans. So know that as I sit here, who experienced that pain with those men, we're going to get it right. We're going to work every damn day to get it right. So when I see the hate, the haters, the fakers, all you guys, you keep that energy. That's good. You keep that. And you know who you are. Because while you doing that, we're going to be working. And while you doing that, we're going to be growing. And while you do that, eventually, we're going to be coming. The King Show. Sac proud. Know that.
He did not take questions after. The pounding you heard at the very end of the table was him getting up just to get the visual. Any part of you surprised that Doug would be that passionate and that direct?
No, not at all. I mean, I think I've known Doug for a long time, obviously, because he's worked on our broadcast for a long time. I wasn't here when he played. I didn't see him ever play in person or on TV, nothing. I know about him as a player. I've seen plenty of highlights. I know from working with him over the last several years, like who he is. And I can say that I've never been around a coach that is more impacted by losing than Doug. Like, it keeps him up at night. It's something that, you see each other on the road in the meal room and, how you doing, Doug? How do you think I'm doing? He's very, very honest, very direct. Like, he has a standard and he's trying to do something. And this is something that he has wanted for so long and specifically wanted here in Sacramento because, when you look at Doug's career, he kind of went all over the place, but it was Sacramento that he really started to thrive and his value was seen and he started to accomplish the things that as a player he was trying to accomplish. And so I'm not surprised at all that. I know that everything that is said, Doug hears, he's aware of it. And I think the hardest thing when you're trying to completely reset, and when I say reset, you guys have talked about it on your show about how many times has there been a rebuild? I'm not talking about a rebuild. I'm talking about like a reset in cultural mentality. And Doug is very much the type of person that is trying to do it from that mindset point of view, if that makes sense. Not from a roster point of view. Not the roster he has is the roster he has. And I think we're all very aware of the fact that, it's difficult for a front office and a brand new coaching staff to take over a roster that wasn't built by them. And so he has a set of standards and he has a mentality that he is trying to implement and not even just implement. He's trying to brand it on these players, personas, their mentality. So I'm not at all surprised. I know, like I said personally, that this has been a rough start for Doug because of what personally he's trying to do here. So I'll be honest with you guys. I have not watched the game. I slept all last night. I'm going to sit down and watch it right now. But, I saw the score and I can imagine. I know third quarter going into the fourth quarter that it was a closer game, and then obviously it did not work out. But yeah, I'm not at all surprised.
You know, Katie, I wanted to ask you kind of about one of those things that's hard to quantify, and you mentioned culture. We know Doug has mentioned it, Scott Perry has mentioned it, and that's kind of a goal that they want to get to by the end of the year, no matter if that's a 50-win team or a 10-win team, that they want to establish something going forward. I don't know in your experience how you get there, but to me, it's a little equivalent to chemistry. You know when you don't have it. If you've got it, then it's there, but it's kind of apparent when you don't. How do you know when you've kind of reached that, hey, this is the culture that this team, or the Kings in this case, want to get to?
I mean, that's a really tough question, Jason, because it's so different with it's about like the players, right? And I think so much, and rightfully so, we're very obsessed with stats and like all of these things that are like stat driven that people understand. We can understand stats. We can look at a stat sheet. We can look at averages. We can look at what players do on a stat sheet or in analytics, and it helps a lot of people understand. But the things that they're trying to implement here are not stat driven. Not how many assists you have. It's not, you know what I mean? It really is very much more about like a mentality that someone has. And you guys watch Doug play. You understand what that means. Doug had a mentality as a player. Bobby Jackson had a mentality as a player. You know, Chris Webber had it was something, it's like when you see it, you know it. And so I think that, you building like chemistry as a team, it's difficult because you need absolute buy-in, and I will say this though, I've never seen on any of the teams that I've covered, and I've covered a lot of teams for the Kings, the amount of talking that goes on with these guys. And, I don't know if you guys notice it, like even like, going to the free throw line and they all come together, the amount of conversation that they're having as a group, individually, when you have like, 2 or 3 guys talking to each other when something goes wrong, in practices, like the amount of conversation, not even just between players, but between players and coaches, like trying to figure things out where players actually have input. A lot of times it's like there's, you have your game scout, you have your game plan, you're going over it in practice. And I've never really seen players stop and give input and have the coaches actually listen and then come to a conclusion, because you have to be able to do it together, right? Because the players are the ones that have to go out and execute a game plan. And I've never seen there be like an actual conversation and input and coming to it together. And that kind of all goes to what Doug is trying to do in terms of building chemistry. And because he's going to be really rough on players, he's going to be brutal, he's going to be, demanding of what they do and hold them to high standards. He also has to be able to have it so that they feel that they can have a conversation about it with him. So it's nearly an impossible question to answer for me, Jason, and which is probably why I'm on this side talking about games, and they're on the other side trying to actually execute it.
How frustrating must it be, Katie, for a Doug or a Bobby? You and I both love cooking, and I love cooking analogies, but if you tried to make a milkshake out of a filet mignon, it wouldn't taste good regardless of the ingredients. I say that all the time. You can't ask a cow to meow. So how frustrating must it be from Doug's perspective or Bobby's perspective, perhaps, or maybe even Mike Woodson or any of those other guys too? They're saying it, they're drilling it, they're talking about it, I'm sure, in practice, but just not knowing whether it's an effort thing or a heart thing, something that can be adjusted, or if it's just straight up a skill thing and there's only so much you can do.
I'm sure it's frustrating. Yeah, it's got to be frustrating, but this is also, we have to keep in mind that, the players are out there doing their best. You know what I mean? They're not trying. They're not listening. There's limitations with what, each and every one of them can do as a player. And the thing about coaching is recognizing limitations and trying to push players and teams past limitations, right? And that goes to the conversation of the mentality, right? As athletes, we all have a certain set of skills, but we're all capable of more than we think we are. And you're never, I mean, that's every facet of life, really. You know, sometimes it just takes someone to push you to make you realize that you're capable of more than you even thought. But, you know, like I said, like, this is the thing. This is a rough start to the season, and record-wise, all of it. We also have to keep in mind that, like, this is by far the hardest schedule of any team playing to start the season. And that's tough. That's tough with injuries. That's tough with losing. But, like, I truly do believe that these are moments that it forces you to grow, right? It forces you to deal with the adversity. And I do think, you know, that those things make you better in the long term. But it's hard not to get stuck, like we all kind of are, in this very kind of deep, depressing, you know, reality that, you know, the results are not what everyone wants them to be.
Katie, I want to ask you about a specific player, and now that we've seen him for, you know, a handful of games and after a brief camp, but Russell Westbrook. And look, there's some times in a game where you go, wow, why did you do that, or what happened there? But by the end, it just feels like we know he plays so hard. He's so relentless. It feels a bit contagious, and he has an impact basically in every game. I'd just be curious. You've watched him. You had a chance to analyze games. What have you seen from Russ and his role with this team?
Well, I've obviously watched Russ play for pretty much almost the majority of his career. I think his rookie year, it was his second year in the league. That was my first year covering the NBA, if I'm not mistaken. So I've watched him, you know, through everything in his career, his MVP seasons, his triple-double seasons, like everything. And I've always been utterly fascinated by him as a player because of what he does. But I haven't watched every single game he's played in, like game after game after game after game, where you really get to see it. I've been, like, wildly fascinated by him because he obviously is in the, you know, latter end of his career. And yes, he makes mistakes, but, like, what he brings is just, it's incalculable, because when you look at the mistakes, again, those are things that go on a stat sheet, so on and so forth. But, like, his IQ is so incredibly high. How he fouls, when he fouls, his ability to guard multiple positions, his willingness to do it to keep other people out of foul trouble. Like when he came in the second half against the Bucks and guarded Giannis, and you know, that was Domas's matchup, and he's like, no, like we can't have you in foul trouble. Like, we need you. But when I talked about the communication earlier, like, I just challenge you guys, if you're at a game, I don't think it comes across on TV because a lot of this stuff happens, you know, at commercial, when they're in timeouts and that kind of thing. Like, everybody is coming up to him and talking to him, and everybody looks to him for information. And he really knows how to get things out of players. And his mentality, I will say, is the closest to what Doug is seeking out of his team. And it's about an identity. And so he has been, I think, incredibly valuable to this team. And like the impact throughout the season, I think will begin to be able to, you know, it'll be more measurable in a way as, you know, his time here. And yeah, I don't care about turnovers or things like that, because I've always thought that when players are playing hard 100% of the time that they're on the floor, they bring you more than the mistakes take away. And if they're playing at 100%, their turnovers at 100%. Like, I'll take that over, you know, kind of the half whatever, you know. I don't think I can say it on air. I think I've gotten in trouble for that multiple times, but I think we all know where I'm going with that. Like, there's no, you know what he's going to give you 100% every single time he's on the floor. And to me, that's incredibly important for them to have on this roster right now.
Last question for you, Katie. Do you still have one of your famous Ziploc bags of rotisserie chicken pieces in the freezer?
Yes.
So chicken broth, some carrots, onion, maybe a leek if you have that lying around, whatever. Remember, since the chicken's cooked, don't put it in right away. It'll get rubbery. Chicken soup, stay warm, and thanks for coming on because you did great. But I can tell you're on the struggle bus right now. So get that chicken soup.
Well, I appreciate your chicken soup help. We do leave on a road trip tomorrow for I don't know, like 10 or something days, so I won't be making chicken soup. But I do have some nice broccoli cheddar that I had for dinner last night, so that'll have to suffice.
It's not going to help a cold.
I'm so sorry. It did feed me and give me some form of nutrients, so I'll take it right now.
All right. Well, that's Katie Christensen getting limited nutrients and suffering through a cold before a 10-day road trip. We appreciate you. Feel better, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys.
All right. That's Katie. We'll take a break. We'll come back. What's on Deck brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. And there's a lot on deck tonight. And then it's crosstalk time with Alan Stiles. And you had something for him to do for Alan. I can't remember. Do you remember? I do remember. We'll get to that, and not next, but then after that, right here on Sactown Sports.
Tonight, Kings and Hawks.
Tip off at 7. Your exclusive home for Kings basketball
is Sactown Sports 1140.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With a Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The keys are in your hand with Sky River Casino's $200,000 table games exclusive BMW giveaway. Earn entries daily with a qualifying hand on any table game. Plus, get double entries every Monday and Tuesday. Prizes are awarded every Friday with a guaranteed 2026 BMW 530i winner on November 28th and December 26th. Visit skyriver.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 or over.
Around here, Maverick is more than a name. It's who we are. My dad climbed power poles for a living, and he taught me to keep homes running when it gets cold. This November, donate 5 canned foods to our holiday food drive and choose a furnace tune-up or an electrical safety check. We'll collect your cans at the appointment and keep your heat comfy and your lights steady. So the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com. Limited November appointments. Some restrictions may apply.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here. If you're in the market for a new car, let me tell you about my experience with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the moment I walked into their state-of-the-art showroom, I knew I was making the right choice. There was no pressure from the sales staff, and if I'm being honest, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV, and let me tell you why. First of all, the comfort. After a long day at work, I actually look forward to being in my car. It has several different massage settings, including my favorite, hot relaxing back. Plus, the seat heating and cooling features are perfect for the hot summer or those chilly mornings. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5, or you can shop online anytime at mbfstockton.com. That's mbfstockton.com, and tell them Drape sent you.
The mildest summer in 30 years has left AC makers with overstock and far below their sales targets. Your chance for huge savings. Sierra Pacific's partnership with top manufacturers mean exclusive discounts to clear inventory fast. Get premium systems installed flawlessly by friendly pros with ironclad warranties and great discounts with SMUD rebates. Plus, HVAC's tax credits expire December 31st. Call for your complimentary proposal. Visit SierraPacificHome.com.
Sierra Pacific Solar Heating and Air. The guys in the big red trucks.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is gonna be fun.
Yeah! It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
Our very own Whitey Gleason and his occasional guest, Matt George, came up with some interesting stats. around 9:30 last night, so right around halftime. Whitey said, over the last 2.5 games, opposing starting centers, that's Hartenstein, Gobert, and Jokic, have made 32 of 37 shots versus the Kings. Matt came in the final starting center tally against the Kings over the last 3. 87 points. 39 of 46. That is an 84% clip. Domas is... It's tough with Domas. I have a soft spot for him, and part of it is because I know he's playing with a hurt rib.
He definitely is.
He is not right, but, dude...
We always say it. If you're playing, you get evaluated, whether that's
right.
fair. I mean, he won't say that as a reason, right? You're playing.
He would 100% not use that as an excuse.
In fairness, he also did play the Hartenstein game.
That is a good point right there. Why you gotta bring up logic, too? Well, it's Porzingis tonight. Porzingis, Jalen Johnson, Zachary Richechet, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and one of my favorites. I love
your man crush.
Oh man, the vacuum Dyson Daniels.
Great barrier thief.
Oh, I love him. That's such a great nickname. It's such a great nickname. I love Dyson Daniels. I don't know if he's going to be, whatever, but man, I love watching this guy play defense on the ball. They will be in action against your Sacramento Kings, tipping off for the second time in under 1 day. Oop, I almost scrolled down.
Crooks.
I want to play too. Kings. Wow. Honestly, this is the toughest one, in my opinion, we've had all year because I don't even know who's favored. Usually I can tell you who's going to be favored. Kings versus Hawks.
No Trae Young.
Who is favored, Jason, and by how much?
Hawks, 5.5.
Kyle.
Hawks, 3.5.
I wanted to change mine to 4.5, but I'm going to leave it at 5.
I'm going to say Kings by 1/2.
You usually don't do that.
I know. Okay, let's say 1.5.
Okay.
What'd you say, Kyle?
3.5.
What'd you say?
5.5.
We have a correct answer, and it wasn't me. The Atlanta Hawks are favored by 3.5. Yeah, well done. 3.5. Yeah. Well,
That's
Vegas,
about right.
Vegas has been wrong before. Nuggets playing at the Clippers tonight.
Yeah, they had a back-to-back with travel.
Oof.
Not that it's the worst travel, but yeah, it was funny. The game was going, and I knew it obviously started at 8. At one point, there's a on the ribbon across the center of the arena. There's also a spot for the clock, and maybe it was in the third quarter. And I looked over, and I'm like, 9:50.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like, yeah, that's right.
Remember the Bulls were 6-1 and at top of the Eastern Conference?
What are they now?
They're 6-4. They've lost 3 in a row. They are visiting the 9-2 Detroit Pistons.
I'm bearish on them.
You were bearish on them? On the
I did enjoy the joke Bulls fans had that said we're right back together as a family because the play-in right now is the Hawks, the Raptors, the Bulls, and the Heat.
Yeah, that makes sense. Here's a fun one. Bulls at Pistons. Pistons 9-2, 4-1 at home. Bulls 6-4, 1-3 away. Who is favored by how much, Jason?
Pistons by 6.5.
Pistons by 4.5.
I would have said Pistons by 8.5. Somebody must not be playing. The Chicago Bulls are favored by 1.5. I have as somebody, Kate Cunningham, something's got to be going on there. That is hanky.
We have
somebody, at least one guy's got to be out. It's almost certainly got to be Cade.
Cade Cunningham questionable, Jalen Duren questionable, Tobias Harris out, Jaden Ivey out, Big Stu doubtful.
And they must.
Asar Thompson out.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
My goodness.
So literally the entire team.
Yeah,
they're not firing on all
cylinders. Look at you.
I guess in fairness, Zach Collins is out for the Bulls.
That evens it out.
This is actually a fun day to do this, guys.
Former King draft pick.
Who? Zach Collins.
Mm-hmm.
For 10 seconds. Yeah. Blazers at Pelicans. Who's favored by how much?
Blazers by 7.5.
Blazers by 8.5.
Kyle gets his second straight one, 8.5.
Crook.
Warriors at Spurs.
Spurs by 9.5.
I think it's a back-to-back for the Warriors, too, so
is.
someone's not playing. Spurs 6.5.
The Spurs are favored by 4.5. I know.
Steph played last night, got 13 points. He's back. They lost big time.
Spurs are without Dylan Harper, it looks like.
Yeah, but De'Aaron's there.
Yeah, they got De'Aaron Fox. And then finally, the Rockets hosting the Wizards. 1-10 Wizards.
Rockets by 12.5.
12.5.
Rockets by 10.5.
The Houston Rockets are favored by 16 and a half tonight.
Jesus.
16 and a half. Thunder hosting the Lakers. ESPN, 6:30 tip-off.
ESPN.
Shelly Smith, ESPN.
Thunder by 9.5.
Thunder Lakers is Thunder 7.5.
The Thunder are favored by 6.5. Come on.
They don't win close games.
All right, they don't win
SGA doesn't have to play in the fourth.
He doesn't. Like, what are they thinking?
Are they doing Inside the NBA tonight and no one can watch it anyways?
Yeah,
I can.
It's a YouTube TV people.
I know.
Those people.
I'm not one of those
people. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? This is an interesting game tonight. This is the one I've had circled, and like I said, nothing crazy is gonna happen. I'm not saying someone's getting fired, traded.
DeMar DeRozan's hitting a buzzer beater.
Nothing. I hope so. I hope so.
And the place will go nuts.
Because my goodness gracious, here is what's on the line for your Sacramento Kings.
What's going to happen if he hits a buzzer beater, but it's like one of those they're down 4 and it won't actually win the game? Does Jason get to be right?
Yes.
I wrote DeRozan butter
beater
beezer to win it.
Oh, then you would get you wouldn't get a full point.
It's to win it.
You get like an etiquette.
Okay.
You get an etiquette. The Kings have lost 3 in a row at home, all 3. Kings have lost 4 of 5. Kings have lost 8 of 11. Actually, Kings have lost 8 of 12. If you go back to the plan.
Oh, I thought you were going to do preseason. Weren't they 1-3?
I think they were. And if they lose tonight, that would cap a 1-4 roadie or a homestand. Sorry, before they go out on the roadie. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Just reminding you. Minnesota, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, Memphis, Denver.
I mean, Memphis is trash.
Trash.
You say that, but they're a game better than the Kings.
And for those, and I know it's like the bottom is really bad. The Kings have not been good. It's their worst start in like 10 years. They're 1 out of the play-in.
That's what's actually
and like nobody's
hilarious.
talking about it or cares right now. But it's like it feels like they're like 7 back.
Nope, they're 1 out of the play-in. They're also a half game out of the cellar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the bottom, like from 7 down, it's not very good. The West is very top heavy right now.
Chris Roulade wants everyone to know that AEW Blood and Guts is on deck.
Like, we knew that.
But he said blood in guts.
Is in caps. Is he yelling at us?
Is it blood in guts or is it blood and guts?
I'm going to go with him. Blood and Guts is on
I'm
deck.
going to say it's blood and guts, and he's done.
It's capitals with 3 exclamation points.
Right. AEW Blood in Guts is on deck. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
Well,
actually, Chris, it's
So it's blood and guts, but they don't spell out the "and." They just use the little logo.
Chris has submitted a correction. Wow. Imagine being so hyped on advertising something nobody cares about that you do it in all caps with 3 exclamation points twice, but you don't even know the title. Does Chris even watch wrestling? Does he even care?
Apparently in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Well, that tops. Love that.
Want to go?
Actually, already am going. You want to tag along?
Sure.
Or you got to work tonight?
No, I can do it remote.
We'll take a break when we come back. Hey, it's Crosstalk with Alan Stiles.
More blood and guts.
Hey, it's blood and guts. Alan Stiles, celebrity birthdays, and more. Brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Next.
The Kings play here, baby.
Tonight, Kings and Hawks. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner.
Starts at 5:30 with tip-off at 7. Listen to your Sacramento Kings.
On the official home of Kings basketball, Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Set it free. Welcome to the Running Man.
In the future, one man must run or die. Glenn Powell stars in The Running Man, the IMAX experience, playing at the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento. Get pulled into the madness of the Esquire IMAX 6-story screen as the chaos unfolds. Reserve your seat before the clock runs out at IMAX.com/Sacramento. The Running Man, playing now through November 20th at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy place every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Staples presents an easy holiday.
Running a small business during the holidays is hard.
No truer words were...
But this year, Staples helped me have an easy holiday.
Your script has a typo.
Nope, easy peasy. I just ordered online at Staples.com and picked up in store. And with UPS on site, shipping was easy too. Plus, huge savings on tech, custom cards, even my holiday sales signage.
Visit your local Staples store or Staples.com today for up to 45% off select laptops.
That was easy.
Ends 12/27.
Hey, everybody, we're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. What's going on for the Black Friday sales event, Chad?
Save big on the best-looking Jeep Grand Cherokee on the market when you save up to $10,000 off MSRP on the brand-new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Altitude X. This Grand Cherokee has all the bells and whistles you could ever want and more. People won't be keeping up with the Joneses. They'll be keeping up with you.
It's true. This has got to be the best-looking Jeep I've seen.
I didn't think Jeeps could look any better, but they did it. But Hoblet is more than just Jeep. Whatever you're looking for, you can find it at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter. We have over 220 vehicles waiting for you at HobletDodge.com.
Search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
10,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokees after 5,000 factory rebates and 5,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 SFS bonus cash, must finance through Stellantis. 500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders. 3 of this net savings, sample VIN 746799. See dealer for details.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
And everybody else is gone. Where did they go? Where could they possibly be? I can't find him. He was in here seconds ago. Yeah. And he left. He's not locked in. I told him to lock in.
Not locked in, dude.
Not at all. I can tell.
Come on, man.
And he's now. What's he doing?
I don't
roaming
know.
around aimlessly. What does he do back there?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
He is not locked.
Now he's getting his headphones. It's all right. We'll wait.
It's a good birthday day too, by the way.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what? Let's flip this up. Go to celebrity birthdays right now. We're gonna go backwards.
Oh.
Yeah. Why not? Celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Alan Stiles had some big viewership yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
I went and checked.
Everybody wants a part of it. Part of that show.
Actually took a look, man. Good numbers, Alan. Great numbers, Alan. And not in the condescending, like, good job, but like, no. Yeah,
that's how it sounds.
I don't think so.
He's giving you your proppers.
Yeah, I'm propping you. I'm giving you a propses.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you're welcome. And you're welcome.
You're welcome to yourself.
And you're welcome. Hey, do what? Move my monitor. You can say it on the air. Move my monitor. And drop that.
That?
Yeah, drop that.
Okay.
Drop the mic.
Drop the mic. Celebrity birthdays back to you.
All right, happy birthday today, guys, to Russell Westbrook. It's today.
I think he's 37, right?
It's today.
He is 37.
Yeah. He is 37.
3 37s? This would be really bad if you guys all got it wrong. We have a correct answer. Where's your...
Oh, no, the bell died?
No, save it. Saved by the bell.
Whoa.
All right, Russell Westbrook, happy birthday, 37th birthday. Happy birthday today to Ryan Gosling.
Barbie.
Ken.
Ryan Gosling.
Very talented.
Every time I hear Ryan Gosling, I think of that Natalie Portman rap on SNL.
47 or 48? I'll say 47.
I'll say 48.
I'll say 44.
Kyle is closest, 45th birthday for Ryan.
Oh, good for him.
Happy birthday to Tanya Harding.
Why?
Why?
Tanya Harding is... Oh, God, what is she? Oh, she's weird. 52...
53.
Wait, she's the one who did the...
No, she's the one that got
orchestrated
done to her.
But she's not the one that got.
No, she got her leg broken.
No, she didn't.
Nancy Kerrigan broke her leg before the Olympics.
I think that's wrong.
Come on, guys.
I'll say 60.
What did you say, Alan? 53?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were closest. 55. Happy birthday to Paolo Banchero.
They call him Paolo Banchero. He is 23.
23?
23. Why not? Hey, why not?
Paolo Banchero? I think Dave is right.
Yeah, he came into the league at 17.
Another agreement? 23?
Not going to believe this. I also think he's 23.
Yeah, correct answer. All three of you. Okay.
They're riding on my shoulders.
Happy birthday, Al Michaels.
What are you looking at, Alan? Are you obsessing on how you look in this?
Yeah, he looks dreamy.
In the back of your head's in
staring at
Jason's
it.
shot.
I'm not.
Okay, who is it? I'm sorry.
Al Michaels.
Al Michaels is 80. You ever read that story about how he always eats steak?
79.
Like, that's his thing. He does not like vegetables at all.
I'll go 82.
We have a tie between Kyle and Dave. He's 81 today.
Wow.
Happy birthday to Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa is 61.
Sammy Sosa is 60. Well,
yeah. That's the amount of home runs he hit that year.
59.
I have never, ever cheated the game. That was Rafael Palmeiro, wasn't it? Anyways, 58.
Kyle is close as 57. Happy birthday to Corey Maggette.
Corey Maggette, funny enough, first player to go to the NBA from Mike Krzyzewski's reign that didn't already graduate. They made a big deal out of that. Yeah. He promised my Coach K to go back and get his degree. Maggette-o. Oh, gosh. Corey Maggette is 44?
45.
46.
We have a correct answer. Goes to Kyle Ledbetter, 46. Happy birthday to former Olympian Nadia Comaneci.
Perfect tens.
Yeah, first one to do that, right?
I think so. What was that? Wasn't that Montreal or something?
Sure.
Okay. God, she's got to be 73. Nope, she's 70.
71.
75.
Dave is close to 64. How about musician Neil Young?
Ugh.
Oh, okay.
God.
What is that?
That's Prince's Kiss.
How
the
can you
intro
play that?
Because it's amazing.
For your reaction.
It's about what my reaction was. Neil Young. I don't. Old man, look at my life. He is 80. Who cares?
79.
If there was ever a Springsteen, Bob Dylan, Neil Young show and I was forced to go with it, I might die.
78.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Dave.
Oh,
Big
God.
Neil Young fan, 80. Happy birthday to, could have been World Series hero, but Addison Barger of the Toronto Blue Jays.
How's your Barger? I don't know.
He was the one who slept on the couch, right?
Sure.
Sure.
At second base. We got picked
He's
off for a double
27.
play.
I don't know.
I think they're all younger. I'm going to say 25.
25, I agree with Alan.
Ty, he's 26.
Boom.
Lance Briggs, local legend, Chicago Bear, Elk Grove.
Lance Briggs is 48.
50.
46.
Kyle's closest 45. And the last one, another local legend-ish. Ryan Kreidler.
Hey!
Mark Kreidler.
Mark Kreidler's
Tigers.
I think he's with the Pirates now.
Is he the Pirates now?
I think so.
Okay. Crides.
He is. Ryan Kreidler's 25.
26.
24.
Alan's closest. You got one today. 28. There you go. We'll end there.
What's coming up on the show today?
More of that.
Yes, an extended conversation with Brett Siegel of Clutch Points to follow up on everything Dave reported but didn't report on yesterday. That's at 11. So Brett comes on the show pretty often, but he's going to have a longer segment with us. So that's at 11. We're breaking down, obviously, everything that happened yesterday, the pregame talk with Doug, the postgame talk, your calls, your texts, of course. Man, oh, man. It is hot.
Did you hear that pregame talk?
Oh, yeah, of course I did.
I think he was talking about you. Just saying.
It is not about me.
Well, you say that.
You got tagged.
No,
people were tagging you.
Talking about you.
I don't think he was talking about you, but people were tagging you.
He wasn't talking about me, but I wasn't. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, by the way, we got to talk about real quick, the fake post that you got upset about, and then he didn't delete it. Homeboy, Kings charge.
Some dingleberry was like, according to Carmichael Dave, the Kings are going to enlist Nico Harrison to help. And it like legit like thousands of.
And then
I'm
he said,
like,
sorry.
Yeah, he just goes, sorry, Dave. Like,
and
hey,
Dave says, sorry, he's deleting it. He ain't deleting those Elon bucks.
I'm going to find, by the way, I will have my revenge on this guy.
You should get the community notes.
Okay, we got to go. Alan Styles next. Bye-bye.
But
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a